It's the one right here.
Yeah.
Take. No, we smoke nothing but the best, right?
Yeah.
Devin the do.
What up, Tate?
Yeah. Go ahead and light it up.
Man, I'm high the motherfucker already.
Yeah. Light it up, man. T-A-Y, bats in the building. Devin the do. Now watch me. Hey, roll another one. Let's get twisted. Always keep some blunt wraps. My weed's so gifted. I'm Superman, and this my Krypton. But not my weakness, it's more like my superpowers. Cause I stay high for hours. I'll make you pay. You touch my doobie ashtray. Why you do me that way? Captain Planet, cause I'm all about that green. And I'm burning like a rocket, yeah, I mean, that's why I stay higher than UFOs. I just can't take no more. Higher than UFOs. It's the weed that I smoke. That's the reason I'm high. Higher than UFOs. I just can't take no more.
Devin's got some weed today. 7 galaxies away. One nigga just hit it too hard, he passed out, but he'll be okay. Kinda fond of the shit I got. Take one good hit, it'll hit the spot. Why not, yo? You better be careful. Shit make it cough like you got asthma. To break the bud down, you might need a scalpel. Say, man, why you sweating all in your hair for? Get your highs in the UFO. If you're gonna indulge, yeah, you best know. Might wanna hit it slow, or it'll hit you back like critic bowl. Papers, blunts, pipes, bowls, might go psycho. I throw all in my lungs, on my mind and in my songs. Hardly go a day without, even in a drought. Usually keep a little stash, doobies and maybe chunks of hash. Push me up like a rocket coming from a fucking launch pad.
higher than UFOs. I just can't take no more. Higher than UFOs. It's the weed that I smoke. That's the reason I'm high. Higher than UFOs. I just can't take no more. I'm higher than UFOs. It's the weed that I smoke. That's the reason I'm high. Big pool, now inhale. Now make sure to pass it on like rent tails. Yeah, the congregation feeling how I preach. And even though I'm spelling skunk, I'm guaranteed swish of sweets. Rolling up a cigarello, stay higher than a gang of planes. And my clique stay lit, more chinky eyes than an Asian gang. Yeah, my weed's like a hermit, nothing but endo. Bend over backwards for a stick like I'm playing in limbo. On heads like an orangutan, but purple like grimace. And I smoke so much weed, contact highs for all my tenants. And we could match 1,000 blunts, you still won't out me. That's why I'm riding with the dude, not the big Lebowski, bitch. I'm higher than UFOs. I just can't take no more. Higher than UFOs. It's the weed that I smoke. That's the reason I'm high. Higher than UFOs. I just can't take no more. I'm higher than UFOs. It's the weed that I smoke. That's the reason I'm high.
And you're now tuned in
Yeah.
to Use Your Words.
We're just going raw, no intro, because
We're having
that's how we do
technical
it.
difficulties, guys, and we do it anyways.
Testicle difficulties, guys. You know, it happens. Why do I hear noise? Oh, the
There's
TV's
screens
on. I
open,
was like,
TV's on. There's all
sound
sorts
like
of things going
a
on here.
phone. So what's up, guys? Huff just left.
He was here for a second.
It was
and
a
then
good
he was
show.
Like, you know what? Fuck those guys.
Yeah, it was a good show. I hope everybody enjoyed it. Tune in next week. We'll be back with the same
Don't tune out,
Antics.
guys. If you are listening, we're just
Antics.
starting. Don't take
No,
these shenanigans.
We're leaving. We're
Are
done.
you really? That's a short
Done.
show, dude. That's
Short show. My goal is to just make our show shorter and shorter. So I say we just end it now. Call it a wrap.
All right, so I'm gonna start use those words in about 2 minutes.
You're gonna use those words. What are you gonna do for the 2 minutes that we're waiting, man?
I figure we can just let the dog tell that fart.
Oh, but Puff's back.
Puff's back. I'm back. Cancel the show.
Oh, he's got a big gulp. Is it a good big gulp this time?
This time it's a good one. It's not the seltzer water that I got the last time, but it is
I
almost.
can't believe you drank all that.
Yeah, I was thirsty.
It was 44. Where's this from? It's not even like it doesn't have a logo on it or anything.
That's from like the K-hole, huh?
Something like that.
Yeah, it looks like a K-hole.
He's like, I got it at a bodega.
K-hole.
Got it at the first gas station that I came across. When I got
First
some-
gas station ever made, you guys.
It actually predates automobiles.
Oh yeah, they were like, what are we doing with this? I don't know, man, but people are gonna want it.
Basically, this guy had a vision. He saw the
Yeah.
future, and he knew petroleum was the answer.
Yeah, it was what's that guy's name? Predicts everything.
His name was-
Nostradamus.
Nostradamus, yeah. Nostradamus opened the first gas station in what was it? 1542 AD.
BC.
BC.
I think it was BC.
Yeah, was it? Okay.
I don't know.
It predated the wheel.
Okay. Yeah.
He
It
invented,
goes-
he invented
it goes-
the gas station right before God invented dirt.
Okay.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, because like the gas station existed, and God's like, well, shit, now I got to build something to need that
Well,
gas
actually,
station.
I think it was more of like God didn't have anything to power the dirt making machine.
That's true.
You know?
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
So he needed gas.
Yeah.
And
God is all powerful, but runs on diesel.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. He can do whatever as long as he has fossil fuels.
And then people got because they were using trucks and shit to build the pyramids, and then they forgot.
I forgot
I
where
still
they left
think
the
there's
trucks.
aliens
Yeah,
for
there
the
you go.
pyramids, guys.
Say it again.
I still think it was aliens that built the pyramids.
I
Or
think
these
there's-
cults had a hand in it.
I think there's a pyramid here in the Denver Front Range mountain area, but everybody looks at me like I'm a retard when I
No,
say
I
shit
think there
like
is.
that.
I've never seen it, but I'm intrigued.
No, it's
it within
amazing why
driving
there's
distance?
not one in the States.
Well, actually, there
Yeah.
are some in the states. They've discovered, I think, one out in like Tennessee, near Memphis.
Okay,
But-
mountains up there.
But what they are so old that they just look like hills. Nobody like kept them up, and there's like a bunch in Mexico too.
Yeah, I mean, there's a bunch in Mexico that they
Yeah.
thought were just straight up mountains, and one
They
day
turned
they
out
were
they're-
digging and realized
They're
they were
pyramids.
rocks.
But there's one mountain in particular that I look at when I look out my front window that
Oh,
looks
yeah?
like it's a freaking. It looks like a pyramid, but of course it's covered in trees and shit now and everything. So I'd love to go. Just
How long do you think topsoil would take to form on a pyramid? What was it like in Tennessee or whatever?
Yeah, I mean, compared to when the pyramids were built, like millions and millions of years ago, people are thinking thousands. I'm in the millions.
oh yeah.
I still think if it wasn't aliens, it was definitely at least alien influence.
Alien technology. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think that we are aliens. I remember when I was a younger kid, I was being creative and came up with the concept that aliens escaped Mars because they were running out of whatever they were living off of. I would say water now. And they came to Earth because it was the next inhabitable planet. And they got here, and there was a bunch of dinosaurs, and they're like, fuck this. They dropped a little bomb real quick, got rid of the dinosaurs, came back, dropped a few of them off, and was like, let's see what y'all can do. Left, and now they're just slowly coming back. They check up on us every now and then. We are aliens, guys.
See, I think that
Wow, that's some deep shit.
I think that God or the actual living thing is the planet, and we're all like Earth sperm, and our mission in life is to go to another planet and spawn. And I think that's what another planet. They drop their fucking aliens here. They spawned with the locals, and now it's our job to go off to another planet. and
It's
do the
Joe
same.
Rogan that had the theory that, he views the planet as just like one big sandwich, and we're a bunch of like mold and shit growing on that sandwich, slowly decomposing that shit.
Yum.
If you looked at our cities like from telescope inward, our cities just look like tiny little outbreaks. And if you look at them over time, they just slowly grow and fester.
Which means tragedies that kill lots and thousands and hundreds of thousands of people are actually a good thing.
Oh no, I totally agree with that.
I mean,
I've
it's
stayed-
sad, don't get me wrong, but when we lose 10,000 people to, let's say, a plague in a place where they can't eat,
Yeah, I mean, there's sad things happen in the world, you know, like, and especially when they're like human-made sad things, like bombings and stuff like that. It's sad, but when it comes down to it, I'm fully for mass genocide if it fixes things.
Yeah.
You know, like if it's not in just the manner for a dictator to come in.
But
if
we
it was
don't
a-
like Jews.
But if it
so-
was a manner in the sense of like, I feel that we're overpopulated. Yes, there's other inhabitable areas that haven't even began to be touched, but I don't think we need to destroy every piece of Earth.
yeah,
you
exactly.
know,
Other
but-
creatures deserve to live on this planet
Exactly,
too.
but we are completely mass populated. You want to figure out the economic crisis? You want to figure that one out? Kill
20% of the
20 million people.
Whoa.
20 million people. Just kill them right now. I guarantee you'll be like, oh man, there's jobs, guys. It's crazy. People are.
Yeah,
So
but
what we
where do
need-
you kill that 20 million? Like, do you take a select number from each
Well,
country?
We need another.
I'm
Yeah,
not
we need
giving
another
a direct-
world war.
Is it?
I'm not giving a
Really?
direct.
We need another
I'm
world
not
war.
giving a direct
man.
answer to what that is, but I think we have kind of discussed it on the show. Killing the elderly,
Yeah.
People that can't necessarily take care of themselves, that can't like even contribute in any way. I get that people love people and whatnot, but if you're just wasting resources on something that just shits in the bed,
that
I'll put it in my will right now. I'll say on record, on air, if I'm ever vegetative with no hopes of coming out, yeah, dude, I don't want to stay like that, man.
blow me up in a bus
Kill
and
it.
speed 5.
Kill it. Yeah, or take the puff route and donate yourself to Hollywood. And let the practical effects begin.
I'm telling you, man.
You know,
Independent film students are going to love that.
Dude,
program.
imagine how realistic it would be when you see something blow up and there's a real fucking arm flying across the street.
Yeah, I'm gonna-
Even if it's an old lady
I'm gonna
arm,
film-
nobody's gonna know.
I'm
It's gonna be
gonna
flying
film-
so fast.
I'm gonna
Horror
film an
films
old
are gonna get a
western
lot
movie,
better.
an
Oh,
old
yeah.
western with people that like are just worthless pieces of shit, and you know, like get like prisoners that we don't need to like keep in prisons
In
and stuff
death
like
row.
that. Yeah, put them in the movie and like the two worst people ever. They're the stars. They're the stars of the movie, and guess what? There's a showdown at noon. And one of them's going to survive.
They're gonna put him in a
Guess
cage.
what? They're neither of them going to survive, but one of them thinks they're going to survive.
We're
you know?
putting them in the electric cage
Yeah, we
with
film these
with
things.
one baseball bat.
Yeah, you don't have
Tune
to-
in at 9.
You don't just have to like kill them for no reasons. And then once we have all the dead bodies, we stop burying them. This all goes back to the first episode. Stop burying them. We recycle the bodies into a faster process of pulling fossil fuels just straight from our dead. Yeah, you get discounts on your taxes if somebody died that year. That's kind of cool, right? You're bummed out you lost someone. But hey, guess what? You got $500 coming back your way, buddy.
Right on.
Like,
Yeah, tax
I've
write-off.
never seen the duck look this disinterested in the conversation we've had before.
Sorry.
I'm right here with you.
Alright. So this guy in New Zealand goes out on a date with his chick. First date. Kidnaps their dog. My question to you, is this guy psychotic, or is this a brilliant way to secure a second date? What's
Kind of
crazy-
like that whole like you left your purse at my house
kind of
thing.
dog?
It doesn't matter. Like, hey, I had a great time last night. You want to go out next Thursday?
But
No.
what was his next
But I
step?
have your dog.
Well, yeah,
I think
was
that's
that the
borderline
next step?
felony, right? Like, isn't that a
It's-
arrestable
it's-
offense?
It is theft. It's also kind of like blackmail. You know.
Extortion, maybe?
We prefer the term
it's-
African American male. Why does it?
What's the word for taking someone ransom? What do you get booked with?
No, that's a person, but that's
Kidnapping,
we're talking about-
detaining without something. There's a bunch of charges, actually.
Yeah, you would get all that. You would get that, man.
All
For
right,
a
how
dog?
did you get the second date?
Weed.
There you go.
I
See,
took
better
your-
than a
I
dog.
took your bag of weed. You might want to come and get
If
it.
you ever want to see your weed again,
You know,
be at
girl,
the
we've already
Denny's.
started smoking this bag of weed. You better get here real quick, and there
Time
might be
is
a blunt
of
left.
the essence. Oh man,
Is that how it went down?
I can see the bottom of the
Chiefing
bag.
all your reef?
Chiefing the reef. Is that what the kids are saying
She
these
looked
days?
like it wasn't the weed.
Probably not. I imagine that's almost entirely not what the kids are saying.
You should ask your kids. What do you,
Kiddo, have you
Hey
ever heard
kid,
the
what do you
phrase
call
chiefing the
it?
reef?
What do you call it when you can go get high? What do you call it when you go get high? What are you talking about, Dad?
All the kids
Is
at
this-
school now call it a safety meeting.
Is
because
this a trick question? Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of parents, or there's a lot of people our age that are parents now. And I believe that safety meeting term has just kind of gone across the board. And yeah, there's like 5-year-old kids that understand safety meeting means they're spooking in the other room.
Oh, it's funny, like my oldest daughter, whenever I leave or something, she's like, be safe. Oh, I will.
Has your kid asked to smoke with you yet?
I will. No, they don't like it, as a matter of fact, so we have to kind of hide it from them.
Yeah.
Like, as a matter of fact, I used to have some beautiful plants growing in my house, and then they fucking told on me, so I had to...
Narcs.
Yeah.
You raised some narc-ass kids.
And I was a narc-ass kid, that's the funny thing. Like, oh, my mom was a freaking criminal.
Trick.
My mom was a
Trick-ass,
fucking
narc-ass,
criminal
mark-ass
fucking pothead,
trick.
and I was a little wannabe cop. It was funny.
That's gross.
Get what you dish out.
God,
Dude,
part of me wants to hate part of you so bad.
You know what? That part of me hates me too. I'm so glad I'm not doing that shit anymore. I hated who I was, man. I was like a dick to everybody. I almost punched an old lady. That's how big of a dick I was. She's like, "Are you really gonna punch an old lady?" I'm like, "I sure as hell will." She grabbed a hold of me while I was on duty, but still,
When you say she grabbed a hold of me, like, did she grab your Johnson?
Yeah, just like,
Oh, like
grab the
aggressively?
shirt.
Like,
Yeah.
motherfucker,
And
I'm
then
gonna punch you in the nuts?
Like, shut up and listen.
Like,
Yeah,
she's
she
gonna
grabbed-
hit me, so I need to do something.
so I'm
to
like,
make sure.
if you don't let go of me right now, I'm gonna knock your old ass out. She's like, "You really gonna punch an old lady?" I'm like, "You don't let go of me, I will."
I'm pretty sure I'll win. That's what I would say. I'm pretty sure I'll win. I had, and this story makes me look like a horrible person, but so
pepper
I'm
sprayed
just
a deer.
giving that
Okay.
precursor. But if you've ever heard me tell a story, that's what happens. So I'm driving down the road. I'm not going fast. I promise I'm not going that fast. We're in traffic.
That fast.
Okay, there is a dog running with my car. So I'm actually kind of going a little bit slower because he is just right next to my car running with me. He eventually finally says, fuck it, I'm cutting in front. And he just cuts in front of my car. I tap him. He like skids on the ground for a second and just gets up and runs. It was a big ass dog. I'm pretty sure the dog's fine. Like, has probably a bruise, but I really wasn't going that fast. The lady in front of me stops her car and chews me out. Now, we were all going the same speed. We all saw the dog. She drove by it at one point. I was hoping I was going to get by it. But she proceeds to, like, just stay in front of me to yell at me. So I do have to start threatening her. If she doesn't fucking move her car, I will move it for her type shit, you know? And, I think it was like Thanksgiving.
You threatening an old
It was
lady on a
maybe
holiday.
Easter.
Was
But
she
I was
dressed?
on the way to like a family function, and I was like, I have places to go. That dog is gone. You yelling at me does nothing about what just happened. Fixes nothing. And she's like goes running to look for the dog. I'm like, don't you fucking leave your car. I will take your car. I will take your car, ma'am. She's like, you won't. And I was like, if you leave it in the fucking middle of the street, I will take your car. I think I eventually called her a cunt, and that's what just got her to shut the mouth and go to her car. And I was like, why do you make me do it? Why did audience, she made me say that. I tried normal conversation, I got vociferous, and then I had to call her a cunt. Like, you forced me to escalate. You should have shut down the
Exactly.
first time I said, my bad, but it was a dog, and it's fine. It was running like a normal dog. It had no limp to it.
I used to headhunt for this one particular old lady. I would park at the end of her street and just wait for her to freaking run a stop sign just so I can give her another fucking ticket.
I thought you were like...
I'd love to slip her the D.
No, I thought it was like, I was a missionary. I used to headhunt for this woman, right? She would give me a list of names.
And
I would go out and I'd just take them out one at a time. I'd bring her back the scalps and scrotums.
Yes, the scrotums are the most important part.
Well, that's how you identify the body.
She puts them in a stew.
Oh,
Ew.
I had the stew one time.
You want to talk about gross foods? There's a restaurant.
It's not gay if you cook the balls before you put them in your mouth.
Ooh, gay food too. There's a restaurant.
There's a gay food?
Restaurant in Thailand is now serving sexual-themed food dishes. For instance, one of their creme de la cremes is a pudding penis. Now,
Now, is that
It's not a penis pudding.
It's not a pudding made out of penises.
Yeah,
no.
it's a
No, I'm
pudding.
assuming it's a pudding in the shape of a penis, like in a dong
large
cup.
Yes.
So it's more
Yes.
of a bowl in the shape of penis.
All of their
and then
food
pudding poured into
is
it.
sexually shaped. Now they've got like little candy dispensers that dispense little candy nipples. But they were saying that the process of developing this
So
restaurant.
basically, someone went to the porno store and got some bachelor party supplies, and then opened a restaurant.
Yeah.
That's not a thing. That's just Thailand being wacky.
Okay, anyway. So,
Would
do
you
you put
eat-
the food inside of you? No. Is it good?
I didn't go there, so
No, but I mean, are they getting...
that's one of the things is
reviews?
that they're actually very, very picky when they were trying to figure out all the shit that they were going to put in there because they wanted it to look tasteful. They didn't want it to look gross.
Right, well, yeah, you
But
don't...
how are you going to get like a big old giant vajayjay?
I don't know. You don't want like
Paul's
baked
penis
macaroni,
Yeah, I know, right?
macaroni and cheese clit. Like
Ex-
you don't want that. And then you're like, you know
Or
what? I
cottage
like,
cheese.
yeah,
Yeah.
I like to put ketchup on my mac and cheese. You know, and that's just gonna look really
Oh, that almost went out my
bad. It's
nose.
gonna look really bad.
That almost went out the nose.
That's what she said.
I got a visual on that. It
meant
almost
it,
went
too.
out the nose. Gross.
So yeah, I would put a dick-shaped item in my mouth as long as it was delicious. Man, there was this movie.
That's what he said.
There was
It's
this
not a lie,
movie-
man. I eat Long John donuts all the time. They're long, they're chocolatey, they're cream-filled, they're delicious.
There was a
Well, no,
movie
but, like,
from the
it's not-
90s. It was one of those random teen movies. It wasn't popular. I saw it like on Showtime or something. And like, there's this dude that's obsessed with blowjobs, and he's like gets this blowjob machine to do it, and it electrocutes him and stuff. Eventually, by the end of the movie, he tells his friend he finally made it. He was able to suck his own dick, and it tasted like roast beef. If your dick tasted like roast beef sandwich, I'm talking extra mayo, gravy running down your arms, would you suck your own dick?
If I can reach my own dick,
Or
I
is
would
your
suck my
answer
own
yeah?
dick.
Is your answer like, bitch? It doesn't even need to taste like roast beef.
My
If I
question
could
to you
reach my own
is,
dick, I could suck my own dick. And part of me believes that's why evolution's kind of bullshit. Otherwise, dudes would have longer lips by now.
All right,
Or at least
if
a
you
more
could-
bendy neck.
if you could suck your own dick, would that make you gay? Because you'd have a dick in your mouth.
No, you're just masturbating.
You'd have a dick in your mouth.
You're still masturbating.
You would have a dick in your mouth.
The real question
Would
is,
you
would you
come?
spit or swallow?
Yeah, well,
And that was
I am
that
not
was
going
the
to end.
question.
I'm not going to finish
No,
a
that would
blowjob
raise
with
the
a
hand
hand
I'm already gonna say, y'all just answered the question of, would you even come in your mouth? I was thinking about pulling out and just jacking off. Y'all are like, would you spit or swallow once your mouth is filled with semen? Like,
Exactly.
no, my
And that
question
means
was,
you're-
would you put it in your mouth?
And
You
that
just
means
were like,
you're-
yeah, of course.
That means you're good enough to get a guy off with. I swear to God, I think that makes you gay. 'Cause
Oh
you
no,
have a
I
dick in your
think we're
mouth.
all probably good enough to get a guy off because we know what's going on. I'm pretty sure we could suck a dick right.
I know how I like to get my dick sucked.
Yeah, I have
imagine
no
if I was
doubt
in a
how
position
well
to
I could
suck
probably
dick.
suck a dick.
See, now
But-
I don't think
but
I've ever
I've
gone
never
through the
sucked.
day
But the
thing.
next
I
line
wonder
is-
how good I could suck a dick.
The next line is it's heart. You know, heart has a lot to do with
How
it.
about you? Have you
Because,
ever
like,
sat there and go, you know what?
No.
I bet I could suck a good dick if I
I've never
really
thought
wanted
about it
to.
before, but when he brings the point up, it makes perfect sense.
Gun to head, you guys.
Gun to head. All right.
Gun to head. I think you could do it well because you know what you want. But then there is that like getting into it phase where you're just like, nah, nah. Like because you gotta hum. You know it feels better when they hum, right? Like just that slight vibration in their mouth feels great on your dick.
Oh, that's awesome.
So yeah, I mean that's a lot of dedication at that point. So I mean,
Yeah, then I think
Yeah.
that would qualify
That would-
you as a gay guy. I mean, if you're getting that
what if
into
it
it,
was delicious though. You're just sitting there and you're like, oh. Like, what is your
All right.
favorite thing to eat ever?
it doesn't matter. His cock could taste like roast beef. Are you gonna slob down on that?
I don't like roast beef. And the only thing that would really make it weird is my favorite food is sushi, and so I probably wouldn't slob on sushi either.
I know that Bear here, his cum will get you high.
You
What?
know that?
That's what I heard.
You know that?
He said he knows that.
He
said he knows that, like-
he sneaks in with a shot glass and a Q-tip.
Right?
Not right.
Damn it!
You mentioned earlier how he likes to get high on the cheap.
No, I
And
saw
I
him.
got this sock.
I
that he
saw
can pull
him
a
selling
quad straight out
edibles.
of.
I saw him selling edibles, and it looked like just bags of wetness. Like, I was wondering what the fuck that was, but he was literally selling dime bags of semen at the fucking Cannabis Cup this weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy. But the thing was, like, there were so many people selling, like, dabs and semen. That's all illegal. Like,
Did you meet the guy selling piss?
no, there was a guy selling piss.
Yes, he came
At
on
the
our
cup?
bus.
I saw a
He
booth.
said,
I saw a booth.
I ain't smoking, and it's gonna be a lot of people gonna need pee tomorrow, and I'm here for you.
Oh man! Oh, here's a great story. I mean, we'll further go into the cup, I guess, at some point. But like, our duties at the cup was just strictly just like get people high, stand behind this booth, convince them to smoke a bowl with us, and then maybe give them swag if they were cool people. And I was sitting there smoking with this one dude, and he's got like 3 friends with him. And I'm having a good conversation. I give him stickers, and then I pass the pipe to his friend. His friend passed it to his other friend, and he's like, "Nah." And I was like, "What?" And he's like, "No, that's cool." And I was like, "But I just gave you a sticker." And I literally started this conversation with, "Hey guys, come smoke a bowl with me. Give me my sticker back." and he just kind of like laughed for a second, and I just dead face. And I looked at his friend, he's like looking at him like he's got a point. And I was like, "Yeah, dude, seriously, give me my fucking sticker back." And he was like, "Seriously, man?" And I was like, "Or just smoke the bowl of weed that I'm offering you." For free, and he was like, "I really like my job." I was like, "You gotta take a piss test for work?" And he's like, "Yeah." And I was like, "You're at the Cannabis Cup and you think you're gonna pass a piss test? Fuck you." He grabbed that pipe and took a hit. I was like, "Damn." I shook his hand like a man after that. I was like, "Fuck yeah, dude."
How do you gotta sell a man into smoking weed?
But I feel great that I sold a man that has to take a piss test for working to smoke weed.
He's nervous for 30 days. That motherfucker woke up like, "Motherfucker."
Ooh, shit.
I can't believe I did that. I'm drinking all the water I can
And shout out to the King of Quality. He hooked us up with a couple tickets to the Tommy Chime. We went and got real high.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah, that was weird. We didn't make it.
No, we made it. We just didn't make it back.
Yeah, they wouldn't let us in. Again, you can't re-enter, even if you have VIP status.
Wow.
Yeah. So, partially fuck the Fillmore. I'll go like fully on fuck the ticket sales. We can say that, right?
Yeah,
like,
that was bullshit.
Yeah, they've got some lawyers going to be making some phone calls to you guys.
There was over 6,000 attempts for people to try and buy tickets on the internet that never got processed.
Yep.
They said that the system was down or would just boot you back out of that page or whatever.
Oh, that's shit.
Yeah, we tried just to look. I was wondering what all VIP meant and stuff like that, and we went and looked at it, and it was just like, tickets are not available.
Oh, no.
Apparently that's been happening. But
So
yeah,
how many people were there?
I think it was just over 700.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah.
But it would have been over 6,000 had those tickets.
Yeah, it
gone
was
through. At least the sales would have been there.
Oh, that's sad.
Then when we walked in, we was like, but it was a really good crowd though. Like
It was straight, yeah.
It was real, I mean, the crowd had. Yeah, it was good. We had a good time.
Yeah, I mean, everybody that's there definitely wanted to be there and shit. That's always
I wanted to be
Um,
next year.
We got lucky. He came on the bus at the trade show the same day of it. Smoked the ball. Was like, "Hey, saw you at the Capitol. You said you needed tickets." I was like, "Good looking, great."
Nice. Yeah. What else happened this week? So that was Thursday. It was Cheech and Chong. Friday.
It worked Friday like a sucker.
Yeah, I spent the day at the park. Saturday, Cannabis Cup. That was cool.
It was.
It rained a little bit, like right at 4:20.
Yeah.
Was it the same at the rally? Did it start raining like right at 4:20?
Before by 4:20, it wasn't raining anymore.
Yeah. Wasn't it raining during 4:20 on Saturday?
No, it was right before 4:20. It was right around like
Yeah.
3:45, 3:30, something like that.
Felt like it was all at the same time. I don't know where I was at 4:20 on Saturday. I don't remember it being like, "Hey, it's 4:20," anything like that, which is really weird. The disappointing thing about the cup, and this is strictly opinion, I really enjoyed it being inside because like the whole place gets bummed the fuck out, and like it, I don't know, it just felt like more. I definitely got way more fucked up at the previous cups.
Yeah.
And I don't know, the vibe was just totally different. Like, I remember I pulled my phone out and I was filming because, like, every day before 420, people were making announcements like a minute before it, like, everybody get ready. I had people literally, like, grabbing my shirt, pulling me into their booth. You should be smoking a bowl right now. And then everybody's like, the whole crowd, 10, 9, like, all the way to 4. Every time it hits 420. And that was when it was a 3-day event. This was only 2 days this year. But yeah, I don't remember that at all happening on Saturday. I remember it happening on Sunday, and that's when I got this little guy. Let's see if there's a name brand on it. Oh, it's Oil Slick. What up? I got an Oil Slick ball to hold all my shatter and wax goodness. Dude was just like throwing swag in the crowd at 420 on Sunday, and I was just walking by. I was not even in the mob of people, and I got this.
Was it filled with anything?
No. But it's a cool little toy.
Yeah,
You got
it's
all
fun to
depressed. He
squeeze.
said wasn't nothing in it.
I was all depressed when I went to the 420 rally at Civic Center Parks, but like every
This year?
Yeah, every single time, like the announcer got up on stage, he was announcing how that we weren't allowed to smoke weed. What in the fuck is the point of a 420 rally where you can't smoke weed? And they had all these security guards walking around that had better equipment than I had when I was in the military. I was jealous, man. I was like, what the?
They have better equipment than Denver police.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, they did. I was like,
Federal or something?
when I was in a war zone, I would have liked to have had half of that shit.
They was ready.
Yeah, they were. And was there any problem?
No. Not even an argument.
Well, there's nobody there. Did it fill up at all?
Oh, so Sunday, it's about 60,000 people in there.
Oh, was there? Okay.
Nice.
See.
I was there when, like, the mayor of Inglewood was announcing his run for governor, and poor dude's mine.
Not that attitude.
I wish
you
him
show
luck.
us the support.
I wish him luck, and I will, dude. I'd freaking jump on
I
his
tried to get him to get
campaign.
weed with, smoke some weed with me. He wouldn't.
I
So
wish-
how you at the rally acting like you supporting and you ain't smoking no weed?
Because we weren't allowed to smoke there.
I don't know, man.
They were
really
giving
got-
out tickets.
I don't remember.
We was blowing our booth. Our
Saturday
booth
for
was on
420,
fire.
I was in.
So I don't know. The police
Where
walked
was
by,
I?
we was smoking.
Saturday it was right before the rain. I just walked inside.
Oh yeah, I was out in the booth when 420 hit. We were smoking joints. And then Sunday on 420, we were smoking people up.
I literally walked up when everybody did the countdown, just so everybody could see my face at 420, so I didn't look like the person that just walked away for a while. But as soon as everybody saw my face, y'all were all still in conversation. I just walked away again.
So, how was your 420 week? You had a busy week, I know.
It was awesome. You know, big industry trade shows here.
We don't even get to finish our Cannabis Cup story, Dick Nose.
Oh, I'm sorry. There was like a lull in the conversation.
I was
trying to
taking a
start
hit.
talking
I
again.
was
Why didn't
doing
you
a
take a dab,
dab. Jeez.
Yeah, but I don't know. But Saturday night, we got to meet, smoke with, and then open for Nappy Roots.
Yeah.
That's
And then
cool.
watch
That's boring, isn't it, Puff?
My bad.
So fucking boring.
My bad. That's
Yeah, it was
awesome.
really weird. Like, we were told maybe a month ago, like, hey, free up your Saturday night. We're probably gonna like go do a party bus with the Nappy Roots, and I was like, fuck yeah, that's cool. Like, that's like high school music for me. I fucking love the Nappy Roots. And then there was a point where we were kind of told that might not happen, and then we just haven't even talked about it, so we weren't even thinking about it. We came back from the Cup on Saturday and went and bought pizza, and came back to Chris's house, and Nappy Roots was just like sitting in the living room, and we're like, oh. The party bus was there, and I was like, oh yeah, that's for the Nappy Roots. I thought they were just like stocking it or something. But no, they were like chilling inside, and then Chris like pretty much was like, "Is it cool if they like ride with y'all?" And they were like, "Fuck yeah!" And at first, like Chris wasn't even gonna come with us, and we all just got on the bus with Nappy Roots. Chris decided to change his plans. He came with us, and we went out there. And this is like totally not the way you ever want to bring a comic up on stage, but I'll allow the Nappy Roots to do this. Bear and I are just standing there, like we're on the corner of the stage. The manager's up on stage is strictly doing to kind of like hype the crowd, you know, let them know who the DJ is. Nappy Roots are coming up, blah 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 blah. And he's like, I want to bring up Chris up here. You know, Nappy Roots wouldn't be here today if it wasn't for King Quality. So, you know, thank him, and the crowd kind of cheers, and he's just like, and he's got some comedians, why don't y'all come up here? And he looks at us, he's like, here, just do like a quick 5. like, I even started drinking. I don't even drink. I was drinking on the bus. We had been doing dabs all day. At least he could have been like, before he walked on stage, like, hey, I'm going to invite y'all up on stage.
Right,
we're just sitting there watching, like, getting ready for Nappy Roots, and he's
right,
just
we're
like,
high
do
as
quick
balls
5 minutes.
hanging out, and he's like, hey, why don't you guys go and do 5 minutes? What? Fortunately, like, it was something we could do.
Yeah, it was alright.
But yeah, it was wild, man.
But, no, it was still dope as shit. Nappy Roots came out, did their thing, pretty flawlessly.
Their new music is I love it, man. We got this sampler disc from them. It's got like 6 or 7 tracks on it, and all but one of them, like one of them's probably going to be my summer jam. I can just sense it.
The bougie one.
It's either
bougie.
it's either bougie or all I do is smoke weed all day or whatever.
Oh yeah, yeah, that's a good one. Bougie.
Bougie's
It's
so
funny.
good.
It's just like put your pinkies up. I'm bougie. Bougie. But yeah, so that's what we did Saturday. Sunday, yeah, it was Easter, whatnot. I don't think I had any eggs.
I got a couple at the cup.
Yeah.
When we first got there, we were walking around or whatever, like vendor style.
Yeah.
A bunch of people were. That's when
Did
I
y'all
got
go to the
hooked up
club
the
at
most.
all?
Yes.
You did?
We made it late both days.
Both days, okay. Yeah, I was mad on the last day. I was like, man, I should have gone. I didn't go by the bus at all that day. And I figured that would have been the day.
No, I swung by a couple times. He wasn't there.
Yeah.
We got there late.
But yeah, what was I about? I was about to say something. Oh, there were these key lime pies.
Oh my god.
Seriously, might be the highlight of my cup.
Oh my god.
They were 40 milligrams. I ate like 6 of them. They were so good. I mean, that's the worst thing about edibles, you guys, is you make them so delicious. Yeah, these little pies, they were like a $50 around. They were so good. I can't even remember who made them. But maybe these guys, the Incredibles. Was it them?
I don't know, man. They were just effing bomb.
I think it was them.
It was key lime pie. You want to do a dab though?
Yeah.
You want wax or you want shatter?
Doesn't matter.
Ooh, you got shattered? Let's see it.
I got a little bit.
Nice.
Did y'all go by the Magical Butter booth?
The little truck out there?
Yeah.
I couldn't tell what was going on. There was either like a mob in front of it or like nothing was happening every time I went over there.
He's like that one of the happiest people we met, definitely.
Word. Yeah, the rollerball guy, he was pretty awesome when I met him in the parking lot.
We didn't like get to do much of like truly just walking up and seeing what people had going on. It was more of like we had a few minutes and we would just do like a quick lap or something, and then we would go back to our booth. So yeah, I didn't get to do a lot of like mingling with people. Like, I mean, I remember, yeah, just going to the cup. I just walk up to every table one at a time.
Right.
Like, tell me about whatever you're telling everybody else about. Like, just give me the spiel.
What was crazy was by Sunday when we finally got the chance to do something fun where we got to like smoke people up for a couple hours.
Yeah.
At that point, people were so high and so zombified that we literally had to like get their attention and then pull them in.
Right.
Like, it was nuts. They're like, hey man, you want to come smoke this bowl? And they'd be like, okay, yeah. Like, they were totally susceptible to everything. They just weren't paying attention to shit.
I don't know if I saw anybody necessarily get zombied out, but I figured the people that got zombied
out.
No.
Oh, you took off. Well, I was still smoking people up. This chick was walking by and completely fell out in between like us and the t-shirt guys.
That's awesome. Oh.
Nice.
Perfect candidate for my Speed 7 bus.
Yeah, I always figured the people that like were falling out probably made their way inside because there was way more sitting room. Kind of AC. I don't know. I wish I got more of a tan. Even though I don't like tans, I always just like getting them.
My girl got burnt up.
So did mine.
I think I just tanned more. I think I got burned up too much.
Bacon's pretty red.
Yeah. She looked at by the end of Sunday.
Yeah.
And she spent most of her time inside, I thought.
Sunday she spent like a lot of the day out because she got permission to fuck off for the rest of the day.
Nice.
She walked away with quite a few pieces. She got a piece from Sasquatch glass from Washington, I want to say.
Okay.
And it's basically like a cone and a flat top where the stem sticks down into the cone.
Okay.
And there's just like an arm that comes out of it that you get the hit out of. And so basically you can't set it down other than like inside of this other glass base.
Huh.
Yeah.
Huh.
Huh.
Huh. Sorry, keep going.
Oh, and then I was going to say she got the Cloud Vape Pen, which I think is like one of the best vape pens out there. I've played with a lot of vape pens.
Is that the one that's like kind of flat?
Yeah, it's like flat
A
oval.
kid I go to school with has one. I've been filming with him for the last week or two.
Yeah.
I'm still trying to find a good vape pen.
I quit using them. I don't care. I have like 2 of them. They both work. I just never use them.
And then we hung out with the Prometheus guys all weekend.
Oh, so I took, as I left your house, it occurred to me that I have both a Batman and a Joker Prometheus
So you
now.
mixed them.
I did. I had to. And I was so nerded out by it that I took a picture, which I know the people on the listening to us on the internet can't see, but this is more for
So y'all should look up Prometheus pipes. We hung out with them all weekend. I walked away with a little one-hitter.
I wonder who got the small pipes. I think Jim held on to those.
I think he did too. I think
He's like,
Chris
no, I don't
probably
know.
asked and got one.
Could have been. Yeah, they're like that now.
Nice.
Great.
And then we got the big
That's on my
the
leg.
Big Daddy pipes. We got 2 of those. We got a black one. We got a purple one. And Bear switched the head on the black and purple one. So now he's got one with the black head and purple body, and a
Purple head with a black
body.
body.
They look pretty cool.
I like them.
I enjoy my one hitter. I almost brought it up today, but then I was like, I don't want to just be passing around one hitter. But I got their little one hitter. It's got the little metal.
Do you
body
like it
on
overall, though? It's a
Yeah, I
pretty good
totally do,
piece.
because like I can still pack it. Like I pack my other one hitters by just like shoving it into
Yeah.
my grinder like a dugout. So it doesn't have like that bowl issue that
Okay.
all the other ones have that I don't like.
That's what I liked about the small one. Is it didn't,
it had less of a bowl issue.
yeah.
Bowl issue?
The glass,
big
it's not a
ones?
huge issue. You can replace the glass bowl inside of the Prometheus. It's just that compared to the aluminum shell, there's like a quarter or a little bit less than a quarter-inch gap between the glass bowl and the aluminum. So
I'd
when
say
you go
close
to
to the
pack
eighth
it,
inch.
yeah, when you go to pack it, it's it gets kind of like weed in that area. And it's just weed that never really gets to get smoked, but when you go to ash the bowl, you dump it out. You know?
I figured out how to get around that.
Bear has figured out how to get around it. My figure out to get around it would just be, so you can put any glass bowl with a skinny stem in it. So just go get a skinny stem, bigger bowl that kind of peeks out of the aluminum. I think that'd be kind of cool. What's your resolution, Bear?
Oh, I like to just pack the bowl, like pack it to where it's not going to fall out, and then smack it in my hand like I was cashing it, and all that green weed just pops back out into your hand, and you put it back in your jar, and you roll on.
Wait, what? Pack the bowl.
So when you
And
load
then
the
you-
bowl, and there's always those few chunks of weed around the outside of the glass bowl,
Yes.
I pack the actual glass bowl, like I pack it hard enough to where when I thunk it into the palm of my hand again, the bowl doesn't come out, but all the spare shake around the bowl drops into the palm of my hand before everything gets all burnt and shitty.
Weird.
I've been smoking with
I
that
feel like
red
it
one
bruised
for a
the
while now.
palm of my hand cashing those pipes out so much.
That's why I was using the corner of the table, and everyone got mad at me. I figured that's why you eventually left, is because I kept bumping the grinder because I wasn't paying attention.
I don't know. I eventually left because it was boring.
I
was having panic attacks because I was like just constantly trying to keep an eye on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pipes that were on that table that we're letting people smoke out of. So I'm constantly just like looking at 5 different people smoking weed, like make sure that one doesn't walk off into the crowd, make sure that one doesn't walk off in the crowd. Because I mean, I've been a person at a music festival or a festival of sorts, and I have a lovely pipe in my car that I never paid for. But it was because I was like, this guy's not paying attention to his shit. There has to be a number, you know, written into the budget of
Theftable items.
Yeah.
They call it shrinkage.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just being part of the system.
Yeah.
Believe me, guys, karma has hit me for everything I've done wrong in my life. Do not think all the horrible stories that you hear come out of my mouth have not been paid for.
Oh shit, me too, man. God damn.
Shit,
Karma's
drinking
kicks my
that.
ass.
I was debating on this drink. This one just make me a shot.
What happened Sunday?
Sunday?
I don't know. Chris pissed me off good on Sunday. I was like, dude, I was in the zone on those bowls, and we were just going. And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, he's like, come on, let's go inside and raise attention. I'm like, raise attention for what? You're not even in the running for best booth. And so then he drug us inside, and I was like, this is dumb. Let me go smoke bowls with the people. It's almost 420. Let me go smoke bowls. Like, that's why we're here. It's a Cannabis Cup. It's 420 weekend. Let me go smoke bowls on 420. He's like, what? And I was like, why am I in here? This is retarded. What are they voting for? You're not votable. Let me go smoke bowls. And he's like, fine, go. And I was out. I text you on my way out. I was like, I'm going back to the booth to get high. I walked back up to the Prometheus guys, and I looked at Danny. I was like, just let me smoke bowls with the people. He goes, it's your table, man.
I was in there. He gave me the task to like put these in people's hands as they're getting in line or whatever. My goal was to empty my hand, and I was giving them to everybody. I didn't have that many. We didn't have that many flyers left, so I figured I could get through them. And a dude that I gave the card to went all the way through the line and came back out, and he was like, "You're not on the list." And that's when I turned around, and everybody that Chris, including Chris, had got to mob and do this, weren't even there anymore. And I was like, "Am I the only one?"
I texted
Are
you.
you kidding? Well, I saw the text after that. But I was like, are you fucking kidding me? So I'm walking out and I find Chris like at the entrance to the inside area. And he's just like, oh, are you leaving too? And I was like, I'm actually looking for you. Everybody left. Did you know you're not on the ballot? And he's like, are you? I know. And I was like, hey, what? And he's like, I know what they did. I'm like, oh, okay.
Everything's a conspiracy.
At that moment, I was like, what do we do? And he's like, well, let's just go back and smoke with the people. That's what Bear did. And I just went, boom. That's when I just fucking pieced the fuck out. I was like, there was none reason to be there anymore. There was like, I was all about trying to win best booth because people were saying we were like treating them well and like nobody else was smoking weed and they really liked the fact that we were smoking weed. Everybody else was doing dabs. And I think we could have had a chance if we were on the fucking ballot.
That and the magician did not hurt. We had
the magician
in our booth, dude. That guy was awesome.
Constantly just blowing. I watched him do his he only did like 2 different routines, right? Like the cups and the ropes.
Basically, yeah. And the cards with the quarters.
Cards,
So 3 of them.
And I know a little bit of magic. I got it. He's really good. Like, his sleight of hand is, awesome. But I understand what the tricks are. My thing was, watching everybody get their mind blown.
Dude, I watched that guy for, the entire first day.
Take steps back and, whoa. You know,
there's a couple times Jeremy told me, are you watching him do that again? Jeremy asked me 4 times.
Well, no, I was my thing was, have you still not seen it yet? Have you not seen what he's doing? Because, if you stand right behind him, you see it. You see what he's doing. And that's why I was Bear was still looking at his hands. I'm like, have you still not figured it out?
It's fun to me, though.
It is fun.
It
like
is
he
fun.
like.
No, I
'Cause he
know
was
it's
good.
not witchcraft.
I can't
know,
do
I
that
have
rope.
friends
Still makes
that
you
are
feel like-
I
magicians.
know that rope
yeah.
trick, and I can't do that rope trick. Like he's so fast with his hands. And,
Oh,
like,
it's incredible.
Yeah, but
He said he would do a show with us.
Oh yeah, I bet he would. I mean, Chris definitely got his information. But I don't want to. I don't know, man. Like I don't.
I would totally open for a magician if we got out to Vegas, because that's where he performs.
Oh, if we were
most
doing
of the
something
time.
like that, yeah.
Yeah.
I gotcha.
That would be fun.
So we're
you were
going to
saying,
Vegas
like, a show
in
that
June?
we-
Is that what's up?
Well, I'm trying to sure make it happen because Weed TV is at Las Vegas too, so it gives me even more reasons to go down there.
Does that mean I can be on an episode of Weed TV?
Well, of course you guys are because I have my own segment.
Outstanding.
A Day in the Life with Dr. Kush and One Blunt Radio. So yeah.
We're a part of your
Everybody good.
Tuesday.
So yeah, you will see the cameras.
It's just a
in
bunch
there
of
on
cocaine
shows.
and whores, you guys.
It's not
Cocaine
true.
whores.
There are not any whores in here. Just so much cocaine.
Oh, I thought that was sugar.
No,
That's why
but
you're-
you've been
that's why
eating
you're-
it like.
Ah,
Oh man, that's like your third cup of Kool-Aid.
I know, man.
You're just like pouring it in. I'm like, it can't taste good, you know?
What happened Sunday night? I didn't even know where Red Meth was. I was shooting out messages. I got no love.
Oh man, I broke my phone Thursday and I've been out the loop.
No, I know. I've been contacting her through Facebook.
It was great
primarily.
though. I killed that show, I might say. I
Yeah.
killed it. Yes, indeed. We got in there. You know how you get that crowd where it's kind of uppity crowd and they just want to see Red now?
Yeah,
When they're just looking at you kind of with the doo-doo face.
sure.
Oh, you're rapping. About 2 songs in, their ass was up on their feet partying. By the time we got to our 2 little singles that we just dropped, they was in there chanting and screaming like all the doo-doo faces left the building. Turned out really nice.
Nice.
Sunday was crazy, but we rocked 3 places, and the only show that we booked, and our name was legitimately like we booked it at Miami, which is the coast to coast. Fucking packed the Maxim to the back door. I mean, it was nowhere to move in there. The patio jam packed, so our party went off without a problem. 28 groups, with 6 done by 10. It was awesome, man. It was awesome. Like that. For me, you know what I'm saying, our booth was packed. We kept crowds at the booth. Everybody at our booth made a good bit of change. So for us overall, the week was great. The tide is worth it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you are
like-
kind of looking half dead over there.
Man.
Dude, I still feel like it's hitting me. Like, crashed on Sunday. Like, when we finally made it, like, home, that was nothing left. But, like, Monday, I woke up early to go to work, wound up not having to work. And, first thought was, like, just go right back to bed. But I was like, you know what? Like, see if I can, like, stay productive. I went and, like, walked around the park all day yesterday and shit. And today, when I woke up today, it was like, that was the wake up of like after all of it. I woke up this morning and did not want to move. I was like, no, not happening.
Oh, I
was
slept
bad.
almost all day yesterday.
That was us.
I dropped
We
my
woke up
kids
at
off at
11.
school. I was up early enough to I left the girlfriend's house at like 5:30. Went home, packed lunch for the kids, picked them up at like 6, said the ex-wife to go to work or whatever. Got my kids to school. It was about 8:15 when it was all said and done. I pulled back into my driveway and I slept till like 1:45. I had an alarm set to make sure I could get up in time to pick them up. I just crashed all day.
I like that. I wish I could have done that today.
Yeah,
I want to quit my job.
I think I did that all week last week after coming back from
Touring
that
and-
nonsense.
I mean, for us, it was like yesterday, we woke up at 11, had to call in the word, like, shit, it's 11, it's all bright now. So I'm like, something ain't right. I don't never wake up and it's this fucking bright, you know? And the worst part is the big industry show, they got us a suite for the weekend. I mean, they had a dope suite downtown. We stayed downtown the whole weekend.
Nice.
I mean, the rest, I guess it wasn't that much rest, because see, for us, it was 5 days. We was at that trade
Yeah.
show from 8 in the morning to 8 in the evening, from Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, and then we did that weekend. So by the time Monday
We
hit,
went to Too Short too that week. Huh?
yeah, Too Short,
Oh, yeah.
opened up for Spice One, did the Yuck Mouth thing. So we moved our way around a bit, but
Oh, Yuck Mouth was here?
Yeah,
I didn't even know about that.
And then Forte, we got pictures with Forte.
I do explain to someone who Rapid Forte was, and I felt really old.
He looked really old.
I bet. He looked old in the 90s. He looked old in the 90s when Players Club came out.
And then today we got great news. You know, anybody that knows the history of Blunt Radio was kicked out the Broncos tailgating in January with our bus.
Right.
Well, we actually got the biggest civil rights lawyer to take our case.
What?
And now it is really proceeding. We're moving forward without a doubt. And they in for a fight because we didn't get a chump. We got David Lane. It's going down.
Nice.
What happened?
That's awesome.
We got kicked
They
off
weren't
the
even
Broncos
allowed.
parking lot
Yeah.
the first day. After we'd been there like 5 hours. Right before the game was going to start, they come out and say, you know, we had to, our logos had to be covered up. They was offensive. Then they just make up a line, say we're selling drugs, have the police come over to kick us out. And then the next week, they just outright on film say, you can't come in because you support cannabis. Which is a violation of my First Amendment.
There you go.
That's so fucked up.
So, you know, for 3 months, you know, lawyers were scared to deal with the Broncos. And we had a message into the big lawyer, but it didn't ever get to him. I guess it finally got to him, and we got a call. But all of the little lawyers were scared. They're like, fuck that. I'm not fucking
Well,
with
that's
Pat
awesome
Bowlen.
that a big lawyer thing, because he's like, I want a show. I'll make a show.
Well, he told us, y'all can relax now.
Yeah,
I
right.
got this. I was like, well, touche.
That's dope, man. That's really dope.
That's nice.
Yes. So
you're gonna pull a Seattle Seahawks on the Denver Broncos and take them for.
we're going to talk, definitely. The lawsuit we filed was for like $982,000.
And season
And he
tickets
said
for
that-
life.
And he said that was not enough.
Nice.
So we're gonna
I
see
like
where
it when they
this
say
goes.
stuff like that.
Me too.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, y'all had a good start,
Hey,
but I'm sure you had a finish.
Remember how you have a motorhome?
Yes.
Burning Man.
Yeah, dude. You ever want to do Burning Man?
I'm down. Let's do
I
Burning
think
Man.
that
You
should
have a
be a
motorhome.
thing.
Let's do Burning
Bernie
Man.
Man.
It's the best way to
Let's
do Burning Man
broadcast
is in a
Run Blood
motorhome.
from Burning Man.
Oh, dude, that'd be so.
Where's that at? What's the date?
It's
It's
in,
sold out this year.
Yeah, it's in August, and it's in Black Rock, Nevada. Right, Nevada.
How do y'all get
It's not too far.
Just out of curiosity, man.
How
Is
do
there
we
like a
what?
web? Is there like a pothead
You have to
website
send me
y'all
the
go to?
information
For
on it.
what?
No, Burning Man's like a world-known festival, man.
Dude,
You're
my
just out of the
first
loop.
speech in college was on Burning Man.
Alright, so how do I get? Do you know Burning Man? Thank
No.
you.
You can go to their website.
Have you heard of Burning Man? Thank you.
What?
Thank you.
I've never heard of it.
Google
Thank
it.
you.
But I'm not worried about the tickets being sold out.
Listen to
I'm
you.
just saying. I mean, if we want to go, I mean, I just need
No,
the
there's
information.
still probably way to go.
Listen, yeah, with
I
the
got a
press.
buddy
What you
that's
mean there's
gone
still ways
3
to
years
go?
in a row as
What's
an
the paperwork?
EMT.
Yeah.
We're on the Colorado Press Association. I just send paperwork, brother. I don't worry about no ticket sales. The ticket sales is for people that's going out there to enjoy the concert. We the media, we're going to talk about your show afterwards. That's why they let us in.
So let's go to
It's
Burning
not
Man.
an art. It's
You see how much
basically.
y'all talked about the High Times Cup?
Yeah.
That's what they wanted you to do.
Sarah said
That's
it's
why
not
they let
sold out.
media in.
Bacon said it's not sold out.
The Cannabis Cup?
No,
Patrons go
Burning
home
Man.
and just
No.
remember the event.
All right. Anyway, it's not sold out. That's what Sarah's saying. She's saying something else.
Hi, Bacon. Thanks for listening.
And it's in Nevada. That's what I said. Black Rock. Black Rock. Yeah. Oh, she keeps. Stop yelling at me. Stop yelling at me.
Stop yelling at him. He's gonna
He's
cry.
sensitive.
I know I'm sensitive. I bruise easily.
Start looking at the
I
bottom
think-
of our feet, like,
Yeah, it's not a concert though. It's literally just a festival for art. People don't sell shit there. Everything's on a barter system. They create like a artificial city for a few days, and then it goes away. It literally started with a group of like 16 to 20 people, and it was just a group of friends going out away to like go be themselves for a while. It's just like setting up a mini commune for a few days, but it's just grown into a bigger and bigger. Now there's like thousands of people out there. There's city blocks that get created, and there's a giant, I want to say 50-foot
Bouncy castle?
A giant wooden man that they burn.
She's saying it's not sold out again. I get it.
It's not sold out. Thank you.
There's a giant wooden man that gets burnt on the last day. Just like,
what color is this giant wooden man that gets
wood?
I'm just saying.
Jesus.
No, I think they do put blackface on it, but that's just the tar to start it, you guys. It just so happens.
Put the blackface on it.
Yeah, and put a big old afro wig on it. I don't think I want to go to that.
Take the brothers to the blackface burning.
Yeah. My uncle lives out in Lynchburg, and
They hang
to go
this
bungee
man
jumping
from an even larger tree. No, seriously, you should Google it. Even just look at the pictures of the event, the stuff that people have. What do you want? Yeah.
I got art.
What's up?
I got art.
Yeah,
Little Burning Man.
check it out. I think the term I used in my speech was it's Woodstock for the visual arts. It's huge. It's massive. It's way bigger than 50 feet. Okay, jeez.
My. You know, I love that we have a listener that's
Giving you the. Hey, don't tell the wrong info.
I know. I'm sorry. I was in school a long time ago when I gave that speech. I'm just gonna Google it while I'm right here. I'm just gonna Burning Man.
It's 10 o'clock. Let's go to break real quick.
Well, I can't plug in my phone or anything. Yeah, I'll look it up. We'll come back to use your Burning Man on Burning Man 1 radio.
Burning Man, keep it clean.
2014 CDS. I salute the home. Yeah. Hey, listen, we've been on the park for too long. I think it's time for us to put on. So in 2014, we finna change the game and take
ain't ready for this.
Take over, baby.
How you going, man? When I hit the mall, plenty shopping bags, all I do know is the ball. Baby looking hard, the way I blow them racks. Louis Prada, Gucci, and a pocket full of cash. I'm going in, I'm going in, I'm going in, I'm going in, I'm going in. Hey, I'm going in, I'm going in, I'm going in, I'm going in, I'm going in.
Pocket full of cash, I'ma hit the mall. Show these niggas how to really ball. Turned up to the maximum. Black car, hell no maximum. So Herman jets, buy it all. Plenty of bags, I'ma clear them all. Been a long time coming, so deserve the ball. From the bottom to the top, I refuse to fall. Blowing money, getting the bag double. Made it through all these damn struggles. Lots of tears and lots of hustle. Using my muscle.
When I hit the mall, plenty shopping bags, all I do know is the ball. Baby looking hard, the way I blow the racks. Louis Prada, Gucci, and a pocket full of cash. I'm going in, I'm going in, I'm going in, I'm going in, I'm going in. Hey, I'm going in, I'm going in, I'm going in, I'm going in, I'm going in.
My swag stay in full effect. That's why they hate me the most. Cause I'm going in at every show. Truck fit, it's all I know. Camouflage with the white socks. Snap back, say truck fit. You know, gotta have the shirt to match with some fresh ones. Gotta keep it legit. Skater swag, call it Tony Hawk. The way I'm going don't make no sense. Plus the say so big, cause I'm going in and I'm going in.
When I hit the mall, plenty shopping bags, baby looking hard, baby looking hard. Louis Prada, Gucci, and a pocket full of cash. I'm going in, I'm going in, I'm going in, I'm going in, I'm going in. Hey, I'm going in, I'm going in, I'm going in, I'm going in, I'm going in. I'm going in, I'm going in, I'm going in, I'm going in, I'm going in. Woo!
I knew this shit would come one day. One day. Working hard on my off days. Off days. Beethoven don't hear what anyone say. Nah. Willie beaming, they can get it any Sunday. I knew this shit would come one day. One day. Working
till 5 a.m. working on my craft. Early bird gets the worm, so I'm up at the crack of dawn. I yawn, barely slept, but I'm on. Gotta make shit happen, put the team on my back, put my home on the map. This ain't just about rap. I knew this day would come, so I prepared for that. Call me Willie Beeman, no quarterback sack. Come from an unknown player to a beast, getting stats. Home run, Ali, UTD, a backhand score. The ice, the field, or the court. Gretzky, Walter Payton, Babe Ruth, the Michael Jordan. I'm the best at my sport. The way I bless the mic, Hall of Fame to the core. I knew this shit would come one day. One day. Working hard on my off days. Off days. Beethoven don't hear what anyone say. Nah. Willie Beeman, they can get it any Sunday. I knew this shit would come one day. One day. Working hard on my off days. Off days. Beethoven don't hear what anyone say. Nah. Willie Beeman, they can get it any Sunday.
I knew this shit would come. Bowel movements, running laps around these niggas. Carl Lewis, backpack full of work, but no college student. Got a bitch that wear nothing but Nike, she just wanna do it. Painting man the numbers, but my name's Slick. Cool black male, Willie Beeman with your bitch. She can get it any given Sunday. Shit throughout the week, then Monday. I'm back with the click, working hard on my day off. Stacks in my hands, I join the drum line, cause I heard bands make a dance. For the day off, don't pay attention to my pants. Young rich nigga, boy, I spent the rent on some pants.
I knew this shit would come one day. One day. Working hard on my off days. Off days. Beethoven don't hear what anyone say. Nah. Willie Beeman, they can get it any Sunday. I knew this shit would come one day. One day. Working hard on my off days. Off days. Beethoven don't hear what anyone say. Willie Beeman, they can get it any Sunday.
Man, fuck your backpack and your swag rap. I might slap that one right through ya. I could blast caps in your snapbacks, then I'll stash that in my cooler. You sad sack, bitch, I'm past that like a flashback to my future. Give me cash back for your back rap and I'll smash that like I knew that. Bitch, I'm on the roll, the honor roll. I'm solid gold and I'm steezy. I'm ballin', yo, bitch, I'm rock and roll. Now your mom is all in my penis. I'm losing my head and I'm out of my mind. Fuck your bitch, she feel it down in the spine. Spreaker, we gon' have one hell of a time. Fuck it, I'm about to just tell her that I'm superhuman, juice consuming. Killing motherfuckers what I'm used to doing. If you wanna break up, say you boosted to me. I fuck 'em on the table with the music booming. Fuck with me, I let the gun spray. Or get your girlfriend to come play. Tell your bitch to skip church or get jerked to my dick squirts all on a Sunday.
Welcome to Kentucky. We deal with friendship. We love to get along. Kentucky loves each other. I love you, Kentucky.
All my life been poor, but it really don't matter no more. And they wonder why we act this way. Never know it's gonna be okay. All my life been poor, but it really don't matter no more. And they wonder why we act this way. Never know it's gonna be okay, okay.
Came in the game, playing you see. Average man when the rest was ashamed to be. Nappy head and all, ain't no change in me. So rough it was, down down right wrong, I tell you, nobody never gave us nothing. The tough time, it made us something different. Stretch the road, knew something to see. Every state on the map, a different something to eat. Taps and handshakes, it meant nothing for real. Everybody making the killing, man, showing no feelings. Walking off collective pay is the way of the world. Can't change it, so I guess I'm gonna pray for the world. Sometimes I ask myself, was I made for the world? I scream this to you, and I say to the world, nappy then, nappy now, nappy for a bit. Knee deep, head over heels in this country.
All my life been poor, but it really don't matter no more. And they wonder why we act this way. Nappy boys gon' be okay.
I've been here all my life.
Everybody gets to know everybody.
Down home, good old-fashioned people. It's country. I like it. There's nothing better than that, man.
I just love Kentucky.
All my life been poor, but it really don't matter no more. And they wonder why we act this way. Every road's gon' be okay.
Even though I picture better days, I'm thankful for the chance I got to say amen. The Lord done blessed me with his grace. I wish this day would never end. We represent the slum. Where we from, we built it on. Falling short off on these presidents and hard times that go and come. Some take a fall without the chance to make it at all. Who would have thought Skinny be the one that's making this call? Lord, help me out. Tell me where I went wrong. I'm trying to find the righteous path, although it's narrow and long. I gotta do it for my son's sake, telling me that be strong. We gonna make it through these hard times, even though they go when they come. You're absolutely right, but something happened to me on last Tuesday night. It's plain as day, man. With this world trade, no, brave ain't the word I'm looking for, ya. Better make it hope when nothing seems to matter. That's when, see, everything can go any which way. Look at me, folks, see the Henny with the J, front post chillin' broke. Country folk, man, I'm nappy in my ways, yo.
I've been poor, but it really don't matter no more. And they wonder why we act this way. Nappy boys gon' be okay. We're gonna be okay. I've been poor, but it really don't matter no more. And they wonder why we act this way. Nappy boys gon' be okay.
It's a blessing we woke up this morning. All my colorful stress and calm, let's join hands. Got to cope with the pressures of being poor, man. Papa taught me in order to survive for no man. Nappy blossom from the root, henceforth we gon' stand. Prophet grew from a juvenile to a grown man. You gotta take responsibility for your own, man. Zoning, too blind to moaning. By sunrise, sometimes I love to hear my woman moaning. It's on again. Damn, I hope he play this song again. The soul cleansing, the melody just rev my engine. About a lot of things, but usually just a bend in my leg. Been searching for Benjamins. All my folks locked in the tenements, and it don't make any sense. Why? Children is innocent, broadcasting from the slum. That's why I'm writing these sentences along my income. Why? Go ahead, finish
All my life I've been poor, but it really don't matter no more. And they wonder why we act this way. Nappy boys gon' be okay. All my life I've been poor, but it really don't matter no more. And they wonder why we act this way. Nappy boys gon' be okay.
Welcome
back to Use Your
we're
Words
back.
here on One Blunt Radio. Back to the Hilarigoons.
One butt.
Thanks, Andy. Oh, shit. Bacon, if you're still listening, we found out that it's 40 foot tall.
She said she went to bed.
She's not gonna yell at you anymore.
Yeah.
That's the theory.
Yeah, right. That'll never stop. Yeah, but we did Google it. Burning Man. It's a 40-foot man now. I did start out smaller, but I said 50. I'm correcting myself there. Other than that, yeah, it's the last week of August up to the first day of September, which is Labor Day weekend usually. But it's like a week long or something.
It looked big.
It's huge.
It's huge.
I showed people pictures.
You can watch YouTube videos of people flying like GoPro drones around it, and it's
Yeah,
like
they were doing that
city
shit
blocks on
at,
city
they were
blocks.
doing that
I want one of those
Yeah, they're
drones
doing
so
that at the
bad with the
Canvas Cup.
camera on it. Like, that's our next move. We want one of those.
We've seen a couple of them at the Cannabis Cup. I've seen at least 2 different ones.
Yeah.
Man, you can get that up top, just add you back. You don't got to get close to the stage. That's okay. Just float him right up.
Yeah,
Get the
shit,
dope
yeah.
shots. Bring her back. Yeah, that's dope. They wouldn't let it. They kicked 2 people out at the rally with them.
Yeah.
No fly zone.
Yeah.
He's in the Capitol.
Well, it was a game on too, and anytime it's a game, it's always a 3-mile radius of a no-fly zone.
Who was playing?
The Rockies or something.
That doesn't even
So you
count
kind of
as a
set
game.
that one off into the stadium, is what you're saying?
Right, because they don't want no terrorist acts. So whenever there's a game, then there's a fly zone radius that you can't fly.
I think it
over.
has more to do with sports piracy.
Oh,
I
and
think it has to do with all
and you
that.
dropping one of them planes in there like New York City.
Yeah, I think it has to do
Because
with
those
all
little
that.
drone planes are just so incredibly dangerous. You know, you're going to do a lot of damage at a Rockies game with one of those little helicopter GoPro drones. You might, with the huge crowd that's at a Rockies game, you might actually maim somebody.
You got to think of technology though. That GoPro could be a hell of a bad. With these people nowadays, you put up over a game and you can cause some mass hysteria.
All right, you were military. Even if they put like C4 in something that small, you're not going to do some damage.
Dude, they make drones big enough to deliver like 2 cases of beer on a lake. You gonna tell me the weight of 2 cases of beer, you couldn't build an explosive big enough to
Wait.
fuck up?
Why would you make a drone to deliver 2 cases
Why
of
would you
beer?
not?
It's a liquor store outside of, like, there's a couple liquor stores that
We
do
need
it in
one
Canada
Saturday.
and in, like,
awesome.
Minnesota and Wisconsin and shit like that. And it's these huge-ass lakes where there's, like, these guys with 75 different little fishing shacks set up for ice
that's
fishing.
dope.
That is
And they're
awesome.
just
That's
droning
awesome.
beer and supplies out to these
That's beautiful.
fisherman shacks.
I needed somebody to.
But I don't think that's why they
bad
made the
Saturday.
drone.
No, not originally,
Okay.
like, not the original sign, like,
I'm
not
just
like
saying.
perfect.
They probably modified.
I was
it.
using your words against you.
Well, they
You're like, they make these drones to deliver 2 cases of beer.
I'm just saying, like, you can go online and build the shit to make that drone.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we got to play with drones.
That was kind of the
Military,
point,
they
was
made
like,
out
yeah,
of
those
styrofoam
things can be
shit.
holding anything,
You got
but
the
not
point.
necessarily just a GoPro.
It was fun.
I got to see screens. I never got to play with.
No, I got to, the ones that we played with were just made out of styrofoam. They were
What do we
yay
do?
big. But not the big, not the.
Drones.
However, we learned how to fly them at the
You
same
never
base.
played
They,
with
Oh.
yeah, they're fun.
Did you fuck one?
Huh?
Did you fuck one?
I did not fuck a drone.
Did you try?
No, these were not the drones I was looking for.
Is it because they didn't do
I went
anything
nerd.
for you? Because
I went
you couldn't
nerd.
get time for it.
And then
Once
it was
again,
just-
his black card in
He was
question.
so excited about it. Say what?
And then saw it
I
was
said,
fake.
once again, his black card's in question.
Right.
I'm gonna do a dab.
Damn.
Yeah, why not? It sounds like fun.
There you go.
I love
Yay.
dabs. I love weed.
So, curious question:
What do you got?
if there's anybody in the comedy world that you could open for, who would you open for? Let's start with Pup.
Oh, who would I? I would love to
Living.
I would
And
love
then dead.
I would love to open for Bob Saget. I would, just because.
Okay.
Yeah, I would, just because the man is dirty and wrong. He's funny. He's not the freaking
Do you
Tanner
think-
guy from.
Do you think you
Could open for Bob Saget.
Saget?
Fuck you guys, man.
No, I'm just saying,
Dude,
like,
your humor is not that
very-
wrong. I'm not
yeah,
saying
it's
you're not
very
funny.
friendly. It's
But
very
your
friendly.
humor, like you're like 2 steps away from being able to get on the Disney Channel. His stand-up is fucking brutal, man. I've heard him rant about fucking Kimmy Gibbler at least.
The reason I just idolize his comedy, I think he's funny.
No, I get it.
If
that's why I
the man
changed-
said
that's why-
alive.
But
Otherwise,
that's why I changed the question to, like, do you think you could open up for him? Like, all right, we'll still answer his question, but I want to add the B to it. Is who do you think your humor? Who do you think you would be like the good bill for?
Ooh, good question.
Is it still his turn?
Yeah.
Sadly, with my, it would probably end up being like Carrot Top or something. That would be my luck. That would be my luck. I'm shooting for Saget, but I'm probably gonna end up with Carrot Top. Yeah.
Okay. And you have to answer both sides of it. Like, who would you want to open up for? And who
Can we
do you
still do
think
Dead or Alive
your
as well?
humor- Oh, you can do the dead one.
And I
later.
tell my jokes with
Okay,
my
it has to be
underwear on
alive
the
right
outside, so I'm kind of
Oh man.
He's like, I don't know.
Puff, who was
I
your
would
dead?
yeah, dead.
Who was your dead?
Oh, Mitch Hedberg.
Go ahead. All right, good one.
My dead, Greg Giraldo.
All right.
My living that I would love to open for, Dave Chappelle. Who I'm capable of opening for, Nick Swartzen. That'd be an awesome show too. I would love the opportunity to open for Nick Swartzen. Don't get me wrong, but that's probably who my style of humor is best.
See,
Like,
I think,
off the top
I
of my
think you'd
head.
be perfect for Dave Chappelle. I think you'd rock that show.
Yeah.
Mike could be.
You could probably pull off these.
But I think if I was billing it, it's in the Nick Swartzen.
Yeah.
Let's see. I would go with who I would want to open up for. Yeah, it would have to probably be Chappelle, like
Great.
the living, whatever. Who I could open up for? Jesselnick. Who? Jesselnick.
I can see it.
I could totally open up for Jesselnick. A fun one, who I've always just kind of wanted to, MC Chris. I want to open up for MC Chris.
Now, see,
that's like real.
Oh, see, I thought we were talking about just comedians, though.
You should open up for. But MC Chris is it could be funny.
Fair enough.
Who locally
Now-
that you haven't opened for that you would love to open for?
To be honest, I had a really good time telling jokes before Chris Fonseca. I thought that was actually a really big trip for me. That was more, even though I got to tell jokes in front of Tommy Chong and I got to meet Tommy Chong, I got to tell jokes on a stage right before Chris Fonseca, and I thought that was pretty cool. The dude's been on HBO, he's been on all of the late night talk shows. He was funny.
Yeah, I would have to say like that's a weird one because like I feel like it's almost been fulfilled a lot of times because of open mics.
Right?
Yeah.
And like, but there are the moments where I'm just like, oh sweet, they're here for this open mic. Like I'll get excited.
Yeah.
And it's usually like Kingas. You'll get like bigger like Grawlix guys, people that do like comedy works a lot. What's his name? Troy Walker.
Yeah.
I really like
Walker.
him.
I've
really
done comedy
like-
with him at the Squire.
Yeah, and I've done Kingas with him, and it felt like, I got to do a show with him.
And it's cool when you
also
hear their
saying-
names on the radio and you go, I've told jokes with that guy.
Also saying, I did Kingas one night, and, well, I can't remember his name for a minute. Give me a second. Yep, it's gone. I'll tell the story once his name comes back, because that's insulting.
What I'm starting to love, though, is when I'm starting to get recognized on the street. I got recognized by two people at the 420 rally before I even went
James
to your...
Adomian.
There you go.
James Adomian stopped in. He's a touring comic, but he does like impressions. If you ever seen Harold and Kumar 2, he plays George W.
Okay.
That's him, James Adomian. He's actually a young dude, but he does impressions like amazingly. And he stopped in on Kingas and destroyed. And he was drunk, number one, and that was not an act. But he walked up there and he's just like, I'm just going to do some bits that I've been working on. We're all comedians, right? And everybody's like, yeah. And he's like, cool, because like I'm just going to do impressions of my friends that I think only comedians might know who these people are. And he just like did like these, and not an insulting way of saying B-level comics, but I'm just saying like not the Chris Rocks and stuff, but like the guys that are touring right now, that are like still making their name popular. He just hit like all these comedians that only certain people might know who they were, and it was killing. Like he did a Jesselnick impression, but he would be like, "This is Jesselnick telling this joke," like, and it was really well done. And then Glasspool went up right after him. And
Is that when they did the Jafar?
Yeah, and this is, I've never met David Glasspool. Do you know who David Glasspool is? Alright, so this is a local blind comedian who does voices as well. I have never met him before. The only thing I've experienced of him thus far this evening was him walking back and forth right in front of the stage, like awkwardly in front of the comic. And I'm like, is this a bit? He was constantly jacking someone else's seat, like as soon as they get up here and sit in it. And then like right before he went on stage, he starts like yelping from the crowd though, like, yep, yep. And then screams a little bit, walks to the side because he knows he's next. Dude intros him, and he walks on stage screaming. And I'm like, what the fuck is about to happen, right? He goes into, I don't know if these are bits, because I've seen him now, and I've never seen him do what he was doing, but he did like crowd work as a blind man.
Yeah.
And like he just basically would walk over knowing someone's there and sit right next to him and start talking to them as a character, and sometimes like hitting on them. But then the moment he hits his little girl voice, I'm like shitting myself, like what the fuck? There's a demon in this man.
The little girl
and
voice
then
freaks me out.
Yeah.
Somewhere we
wish
have
he would just
an
stay
intro
here.
that this guy did for our show at the old radio station. That it doesn't identify the radio station, so we can transfer over here. But it's like 5 minutes of just him doing voices. It's so good.
It's way longer than that, but yeah.
Oh, the one we edited though.
Oh yeah.
I think we had like 47 minutes.
Edited
Man.
we edited them. Yeah, we let him go for like an hour. And after an hour, he was like, I really don't know what I'm supposed to do here. I'm like, are you kidding me? You just went for an hour. But yeah, so he does his bits or whatever, and then in the middle of it, he goes, I used to do this bit as Jafar from Aladdin, right? And Scar from Lion King as gay lovers.
Yeah.
And then I saw a man do this on his Comedy Central special, something along the lines of those two speaking to each other. It's the same voice. And he's like, that man was James Adomian. Is he still here? And like, you know, you hear the comics like go through, and he actually walks back through the crowd. Everybody thought he left, but he was somewhere in the back of the bar. He comes on stage, and they do this battling Jafar and Scar as gay lovers. And now that I know who Glasspool is, he's really homophobic.
Oh,
especially he doesn't like
insanely
being touched. And I wish my camera was working, my phone was working. It was dead at the time because he was literally like being forced to like put head and crotch of James Adomian during this whole banter between the two of them. But at the same time, all right, so I don't know this, I don't know Glasspool, and I'm like, is this something they do? When I found out Glasspool was local, I was like, that was actually just live magic. Oh, I'm so mad at Glasspool for not having a camera crew ready, because like I don't know if anybody truly captured it. It was a special moment in time between the two of them that went on for a good like 15 minutes, rolling on the ground back and forth. They both were demanding of the other at one point or the other, and it was beautiful. People were crying, and then like half the comics walked out after that. Like, who wants to go on stage after that? And then I'm like, I will. So I got on stage and I was just like, I just want to thank James Adomian for opening up for me. It was really hard to get him out here, and then like I went into my shit. But that was a cool moment of sharing stage time with someone, but not truly because of an open mic.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, Denver comedy is awesome for that reason. Like, there are these big guys around, but at one point or another, we all get to play on the same field. I have done shows with some big names, local big names, and it's awesome. Yes, sir. Barry. You have a question?
I wanted to say something, but I didn't want to cut you off, and I knew if I kept my hand up, I'd remember what I was waiting for.
Okay.
One night at Three Kings, I was telling jokes, and Ben Roy introduced me to this guy. And I remember, I was staring at him, and I'm staring at him, and I'm staring at him. And I finally just asked him, I was like, dude, are you on TV? I feel like I've seen you on, Showtime or something. And it turns out he's on this show called, I don't even remember what it's called now, but it's on Showtime. It's got Don Cheadle and Kristen Bell. And like 2 of the guys
Yeah,
that are like smaller roles on this show.
Yeah.
What's the show called? You know what I'm talking about?
No, I don't know the show, but I know the guy.
Were you there that night when they were at Three
Yeah.
Kings? That was awesome.
Yeah. Yeah.
That random guy.
But he used to be a local guy though, right?
Yeah.
Like he's just blown up. Like
Yeah.
Denver's
that's
gonna
rad.
make a name for itself. Like I love when comics say like they want to stay here. They don't want to go to LA. Like they want people to recognize that this place is awesome. And I listen to podcasts regularly, and I would say 95% of the big listen to podcasts are all being done in LA. And you get a lot of these comedians, like these touring comedians, going around, and I'm starting to hear like shout outs to people that I know. Like I'm hearing just Denver being dropped in general and stuff like that.
Yep.
That's awesome. That's a really cool thing for Denver comedy. So if you didn't know that, you guys, there's funny people in Denver. You should go support local comedy.
If you're not in Denver, come to Denver and support local comedy and smoke legal weed.
If you're not in Denver, support local comedy anyway, man.
That's true.
There's a comedy scene everywhere. Some people can't just man up and move to another place.
Yeah, I keep getting invites to comedy shows in like Wisconsin, places that I just can't get to.
Yeah, those things happen. So, comics out there, if you want a gig, Wisconsin's looking.
Yeah, Idaho, Iowa, all the I states.
Utah, what?
Idaho.
What?
Wait, shut up, man.
What?
Oh, my voice just cracked. 35 years old, man.
So
Your
not
balls are
only
finally
is he
dropping.
may or may not be black, he may or may not be going through puberty.
Didn't your voice crack like an episode ago
sure.
or so?
Probably.
That's all.
That was good. I like to call them. Calls them as the seasons. No, it's cool. I'm hearing like all kinds of things. 30's the new adult. 70 is the new 40.
Something like that.
Yeah, dude. Jared Leto is 42.
Is that the Subway guy?
No.
No, Jared Leto.
Jared Leto is the 30 Seconds to Mars.
Thank you. Yeah.
My
you know what?
So-called life, Fight Club.
I saw
Fight
them
Club,
front row center opening for
Dallas Buyers
Incubus.
Club. Yeah.
Front row center, and I walked away because this.
We had a movie guy.
You're like, I didn't know there were famous people in the band.
I didn't. I thought they sucked. I was there for.
I've
Incubus.
seen them once.
They do world tours, man.
I've seen them once, and I was like,
This is back in like
It's not
2003.
McLovin is touring. We saw McLovin this week.
What?
Super bad, playing the drums.
Yeah.
He's doing music.
Yeah, playing the drums. He opened up for Too Short.
Is he just playing it like, or is he in a
No,
band?
it's a band.
Oh,
It's
okay.
a whole band. He's doing a whole band.
Do you remember the name?
The Rapscallions or something like that.
Oh,
And then we had an actor that actually owns TH Promos that did all. He was in The Water Boy. He was in The Longest Yard. He was the big, tall, white guy that's bald-headed that usually got ran over a head or something jacked up. But if you seen his face, you know who he was because we knew who he was.
Was he the guy that didn't talk?
No, he talked. You see, he had a couple of speaking roles, but he got lucky. He got hurt and played for Florida. Had the big championship Florida ring on. Played with Danny Warfel. But he was in The Water Boy and all that. He was a real cool dude, too. He's big as shit. Like he's standing in the Winnebago, and his fucking head is just on the roof. His head is just literally on the roof. Like, he's just walking and he's just, like, sliding across the roof. I'm like, fuck. He's definitely used that bus out.
That's funny.
nice.
Big dudes.
Smokes a lot of dabs.
Bad.
I had a stone moment. I was just like staring. Staring at the table.
All right, Puff, you got another subject you want to discuss?
Oh, there were two kids this last week that got trapped in those freaking toy claw machines. In two separate locations.
I saw a video of that once, and
how in the fuck do they get in?
Did you see the video?
No, I just saw pictures.
There's a video.
I just saw pictures.
Oh, it's
How
so
the fuck did they
fucking
get in?
funny. Like you watch the video.
Yeah.
So
Two.
like it's the ones where like they got the big stuffed animals.
Yeah.
So like little kids can fit into the stuffed animal hole.
Uh-huh.
And so it's like first you watch them get into the hole, and you know like how the lid keeps you from going up. So like you see them get past the lid, shove it down, and then once it shoves down, you just see their head pop up. It's like watching like a little groundhog. They're just so cute, and then they get so excited, like because they are just in like a teddy bear bed.
Yeah.
And so they eventually like crawl over the plastic wall so they can actually fall into them, and then they just like they're excited. But while this is happening, you get the mother. You see her yelling at one of the kids. You know, I'll let your imagination go to work, or I'll go ahead and tell you this is a fat, obese woman who probably can't take care of her kids and doesn't know how to raise them anyway.
Obviously, her kid's in a toy claw machine.
Yeah, like, all right, see here, I'm going to take a moment and just break and say something about raising your kids right. Like, there was just something like when I was a kid, I just knew like that would be stealing even if I did crawl into that machine.
Yeah.
And I just knew better than doing something like that. But yeah, some people don't teach their kids that, and they just feel like they can grab stuff in this area. So that's what. Moving on. It's usually fat bitches of a mother because they can't move around because their kids are all skinny running around because they just eat sugar all day. Drink mama soda. And anyway, so the mom grabs one of the kids and is like yelling at him, does like a double take, and just walks out of the store. And like, oh, that's because the boy knows. The boy knows, and it's like pointing to the machine, and she's just being the horrible mother, like, I'm not even listening, and yelling at the kid, like, come on, let's go. That's what it is. And he's like, no, but, and she, like, gets him out of the store, and then comes back, and he's just like, look, and she's, like, looking all around, and then you see her, like, look into the glass, and her little kid's just like, waving their arms and shit. And then, yeah, like, multiple people, like, are gathered around the machine trying to stick their hand in, doing all that. The kid has to get itself out. Like, that's what has to happen right now. But, like, nobody goes into that manner. And then you see, like, the video, like, time-lapse forward, and eventually the kid just gets itself out. And it's, once again, that's bad parenting right there, because if I did crawl in there and my parents then found out, I would have been scared shitless. And anything they told me to get out, I'd be like, I better get out of this. Better get out of this now.
I was scared. I would have stayed
or
in
like
there.
ET'd that shit and just like put your head into like pretended to be one of the pretended to be one of the teddy bears. Just,
my mama was crazy. I wouldn't even thought to crawl in there. My mama was crazy.
That's what I'm saying. You wouldn't have thought to go in there.
Hell no. That
this kid was greedy and was just like, because she was just like grabbed one while she's in there surrounded. She's still grabbing them like this one's mine. This one's mine.
Yeah. So what's the craziest shit that you've ever been stuck in? Because you know you've been stuck in something.
Okay, here's a weird one. All right, so we had an L-shaped couch, sectional, I guess, isn't that what they call it? So it's in the corner of the room, like most people do with them. And I was just sitting on the corner of the couch, top where you would put your head. My feet are where you would put your butt. And I'm just sitting there, and I just lost my balance, and I slid back, and it was just straight up like knees to chest, and like I'm stuck in between the couch and the wall in the corner, like right there, and I'm just kind of like slowly rocking, and I had to rock for a while to like I'm slowly just inching the couch a little bit away from the wall, but I'm like having to move an entire sectional that's fighting against me because I'm like right at that pivotal point. And I eventually got to the point where I could like fall all the way down and like get my legs under me and stand up. But yeah, that was like the moment I fell back there and I just realized the situation I was in. I was like, I fucking hate myself sometimes. Like this like that should have been the moment I was like, okay, try to put your dick in your mouth.
I got myself stuck in a tire swing at the age of about 27 years old, somewhere in 480 to 500
Winnie the Pooh style? Like, it threw the tire swing like
this? Yeah, it's like
you didn't know which way would have been easier to get out, front or back?
Basically.
I've gone too far.
Your man boobs prevented him from going up. Your belly prevented it from going down.
There was that Tatum moment from Scream where she had one boob out and one boob in the garage door.
Yeah, those in the garage doors going up.
It
was rough, man.
I had my
Were
head.
you murdered after that?
No, I left. I'm here to tell the tale.
I had the fire.
I was molested.
I'm sorry.
It was,
while you were in the inner tube, and you're like, I can't. Hey, what's going on back there? What's going on back there?
Get
I
off
can't
my
see.
butt.
God, this is a big tire. What's going on back there?
No, I could, like, it was a tire swing. Owie. So, like, I could stand
Nebraska,
up, but the tire was still stuck on me, is what it amounted to. So, basically, by the end of it, I was just kind of, like, standing and leaning like this with the tire
just
like
letting it
this.
hold your weight. So it was basically like when people walk by, they're just like, well, that's one way to keep your kid in the yard.
No, I was an adult.
Do you have to cut that off of them? Yeah, but you probably looked really special. Especially once you got comfortable and you're just kind of like,
hanging there.
leaning.
Like I'm just
like,
stuck for a minute, fuck.
Some dude walks by, you're drooling.
Could you help me out, sir? Sir, could you push? Come here.
No.
Nobody would make eye contact with me. Help me.
Somebody
Help
would think
me
that
help
was you
myself.
were throwing a prank.
I've got to pee.
I'm not helping you with that tire.
I really need to pee. I'm covered in pee, you guys.
I got my head stuck in an armory window and had to have the fire department come and cut me out.
No. But it went in. You couldn't get out?
I stuck my head in and through the window so that I can hear roll call when roll call broke, it was time for me to go to work, and I couldn't get my head back. I couldn't get it
Oh
through.
man!
So the fire department had to respond to the police station with their lights and sirens, and had to cut the fucking big old metal mesh out so I can get my head out.
It was
Just
pretty funny.
Very embarrassing.
I'm the type that like
When I
I
was a
sit
kid-
and deal with those situations. I'm just gonna lose weight until I can get out. Because you put yourself here, you'll get yourself out. Why would you? How? All right, so your head's in the hole.
My head was in the.
Can your hands get through the hole?
No.
So
not through my neck. No.
Like if your nose itched.
Oh wait, no, I had there was like
So you can come this
I
way.
can come
Yeah,
that
you can
way.
come from
Yeah.
the chest. That's what I was trying to figure out.
Yeah.
So you could like do this. So if you called like this, like with your hand to your face.
Yeah.
Okay, because I was like picturing literally a hole, your head stuck in it. You're like fumbling, and you're like that's where the 9 should be. That's where the 1 should be. I'll do that twice, and just holding the phone to the wall. Aye.
All right, so here's the other time I got stuck.
Okay.
I'm about 10 or 11 maybe. It was right before I moved back to Colorado as a kid. I fell through the bottom of a tree house, and I got stuck in the midsection. And it was very Homer Simpson-esque.
But was it splintery?
Yeah, it scratched the shit. It fucked me up. I had to get a tetanus shot. I caught a nail. Like, it was brutal.
Anybody like horrible splinter story?
I had a splinter stuck. I was playing tackle football in my neighbor's front yard. They had a tree stump, and I got my knee landed on it, and I got a piece of wood caught under my knee, and it hurt. For like a week. I didn't know there was a piece of wood in there, and it started feeling better, and then about a week later, it swelled up again and started hurting, and I was like, Mom, my knee hurts. She's like, bullshit. You were walking around for a week just fine. You're fine. Bullshit. And my knee just kept getting bigger, so finally I went to the school nurse. I'm like, can I get something? Because my knee is killing me. So she calls my mom. She's like, if you don't take this boy to the doctor, I'm calling social services. So my mom's like, all right. I'll take him to the doctor. The entire ride to the doctor, she's like, there better be something fucking wrong with your knee, boy, or it's the end of you. And I'm like, please let there be something wrong with my knee. Well, it turns out a piece of that tree bark got caught in my knee, and it started getting infected. They're like, well, shit, if we can't get this controlled, we're going to have to go in there and cut it open. And my mom's like, oh, shit. So from that point on, if I sneeze, my mom's like, get in the car, going to the doctor.
See, I never got stuck, but I felt stuck. In basic training, when you got to go to the firing range, they tell you move the wood off, put your gun down, make sure nothing's in the hole.
Mm-hmm.
Well, man, I was excited. First day, we wanted to shoot. I moved the wood and just jumped in the hole. Didn't put the rifle in there. Well, as I'm lining up to shoot, snake starts coming up my leg.
Oh, yeah.
And lucky I had my Bowie knife. I come with the Bowie knife and just one move, cut the snake head off. And just take off running up the range.
Oh,
and they are saying, load up. Then they're like, put your weapons down more. And I'm like, crazy ass. Funny.
You
They pulled
didn't cut yourself at the same time?
It was one move and out.
That's amazing.
And
Because I
jumped
would have
out.
even like had my hand on the knife and been like, all right, you're going to cut your leg, but you're going to cut that fucking snake. And I would have been like,
I just looked down and it's just making its way up. And I just take that one look and just, and I didn't know what I hit, what I'm doing. Once I swung, I took off running.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's still on me,
Right.
what it is, and I'm screaming like a bitch.
I whined like a bitch when
I
you
had,
said there was a snake.
I was a kid. This is Hurricane Andrew. There was like about, I don't know, I was a kid, so it wasn't that much water, but it's about to my chest as a kid. So we had to park like way down my street and walk to my house through this water. And I had like my shoes and socks in my hand, like holding them above my head or whatever. My sock dropped out of my shoe and was kind of like making its way around my body. A wet sock. Ooh, I freaked out. I thought that snake got me. I was, like, I had to be young. Andrew was like 94, 92 maybe.
Yes.
But man, God, that scared the my wet sock. Thought it was a snake, and I just remember like pushing it away from me, and like as I'm doing it, like I didn't recognize it's my sock, and then I'm like having to like swim and get my sock. Man, and then I'm like, I'm in the middle of a street. Why would there be a snake right here in the middle of my street? I mean, there probably would be a snake in the middle of the street, but as a kid, that kind of seemed logical. Like, snakes don't make it to the neighborhood. They stay in the creek. Like, this is all the creek right now. Oh, man. Hurricanes.
I remember I was frogging once.
You were what? Is that
It's
when
like-
you
it's like-
trip
it's
off?
Wait. I want everyone to take a guess what frogging is.
Trip
before
off
he
of
tells
toads.
us what frog.
Trip off of toads. Like,
That's
lick a
okay,
frog
so
and
what do you
start
think it
tripping.
is, Doc?
I'm gonna go with him. You know, getting that get high juice off the frogs.
Toading.
My guess is they were catching frogs to either have intercourse with or to just eat.
Depending on the answer, he gets his black card or not.
Sadly enough, you're all right. I was just catching frogs because I had the ability to catch frogs. I was 9. It was cool.
Wait, is that like, wait. Do we not all have this ability?
It was
Tell us about
something.
your superpower.
It was
bud.
something. It was something to do at the
That's
age
a
of
frog
9. I just
whisperer.
go out because it was easier than fishing.
Wait, you didn't have a
He just
bicycle?
walks out. He's like Reddit, and they just come.
But anyway, I was out there
It's
frogging.
like the Aquaman for frogs.
Let him tell his frog
And this
story.
fucking snake comes backing out with a big old frog in his mouth, and that was probably the last time I went frogging.
Got punked by the snake.
I've seen a snake take down a catfish. The catfish was like, what is that, like 4 inches oval? It was about a foot, a little more long. Catfish being swallowed by a fucking water moccasin, I guess, or a cottonmouth. One of those horrible things that live in the swamp in the house. Yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah, I've seen death and dismemberment. You were in the military. I lived in the
Oh man, there was a period where I just kept seeing death. One point, like within a week, I was driving down the street and the interstate, and there's like a median on the other side of the interstate, and up ahead, I'm seeing in the median just like this big like dust storm. And I'm like, what the fuck is that? Is that like a little tornado or some shit, you know? As I'm getting closer, we realize it's like a van just like hauling ass in the median, just like catching air, like just hopping maybe like 3 to 5 feet in the air, and I'm not fucking kidding about that height, because by the time it got to me, that van just all of a sudden hopped up in the air, and when it landed, it was sideways. And then every time it landed after that, it was like on the roof, on the bottom, on the roof, on the bottom. And every time I saw it, it was smaller and smaller and smaller. By the time I passed that thing, I was like, that person's dead. That person is now dead. Nobody lives in a 2-foot box. Like, that was ridiculous. A couple days later, I'm driving down the road, and the car in the oncoming lane skids out. It's raining. Skids out, just starts doing like 360s, and the 18-wheeler behind it head-ons it. And I literally watched like the back windshield blow out. It hit it so hard. I was like, that person's dead? Mm-hmm. And there was another one. There was like 3 that week that I was just like, God, man, what is that? Like, I just need to stop going out. But maybe I'll die when I look in the mirror. Maybe I should just keep
Maybe
looking
it was
around.
like a Final Destination thing. You just kept... Don't look at me like that.
I was just you were talking, so I was giving you attention.
I was just trying to give you attention.
It's like, I can't believe you just said Final Destination in my presence.
No, I watched all 5 of them horrible ass movies.
You saw the
I love
3D
that.
one? We did that one in New Orleans.
Nice.
I stopped after the second one.
I watched all of them.
Yeah,
I watched all the Saw movies. I had to.
I worked in the fucking cemetery.
I had to see what the fuck was going on.
I went into the Saw movie. My brother told me there's a crazy twist. Alright. Go into that Saw movie, and within the first couple minutes of that movie, I look at my friend, and I literally say, if it's that motherfucker on the floor, I'm punching my brother in the face. When he moved and got up off the floor, I walked out of that theater so fast. I was like, God damn it! Like, at least if he just didn't tell me there was a twist, I wouldn't have been looking for it.
Yeah,
but I went for, like, what's going to be the one thing nobody's thinking about? The dead guy. Why is there a dead guy? Come on. Like, it was just there. Yeah, fuck.
It was like people telling you there was a twist
saw
to the
another
Sixth
one.
Sense, man.
I never saw
I
another
never
one.
saw The Sixth Sense.
Hey, there's a twist at the end.
Yeah, I heard the kid sees dead people, and it turns out Bruce Willis is the dead people.
Okay, so I'd never seen an M. Night movie at that moment. Sixth Sense, I was like, that was pretty cool.
I like the
And then, like, someone tells me, like, yeah, that's like one of his other movies. There's, like, always a twist at the end. And I was like, oh, like, that's his thing? It's like, okay, I could see that. But, alright, if that's your thing, you better be motherfucking good at that thing. Signs?
Signs was horrible.
Go fuck yourself.
Yes.
Oh, what was that one where they were all, like, living in that little commune?
Okay, these are
The
all
Village?
movies. These are all movies that I called. I called before I even saw it. I saw the trailer. I was like, something stupid's going to kill the aliens. Like, something really simple is going to make the aliens look stupid. But I'm telling you, aliens that can travel across galaxies have a way of telling that most of our atmosphere is made out of poison. They wouldn't be able to walk around in humidity.
Yeah.
That movie is flawed.
The relative moisture in the air should have killed them.
Should have just killed them immediately.
If you met the guys from Frankie's, they came by our booth and he told me nicely he was an alien. I said,
Yeah.
how are you living? He said, fine. I said, oh. Pulled his glasses up. He said, you see? I said, I don't. Maybe I should smoke more.
With my eyes, I do. I see with my eyes. I have just like those.
I was like,
That's
this is
awesome.
a freaky moment. And, you know, 2 freakies commercial dudes just stops and just gives us this weird moment, like just to tell us he was an alien. I'm like, okay. That's why your commercials
Thumbs
are
up,
white.
man. I have a weird moment story. I'm at Bonnaroo. I'm tripping balls. So I'm already doing my own weird moment, right? We are laying on the ground in a star pattern, head to head, about 5 of us. We're just staring at the stars, talking about them. And throughout the evening, people have like just leaned over and put their head in our viewing area, and they're just like, "This is beautiful." I've had somebody take a picture of us. Some dude just asked us told us what time it was. It's just like, just want you to know, it's 4 o'clock in the morning. So thanks, man. You know. Just weird things. It was just like, let's see who stops by our show, you know? So one dude comes by. Hey guys, I've got this opium. Do you have a pipe to smoke it in? Alright, let's do this. We all kind of roll over and sit up. You know, we all form a circle. I'm like, alright, here's my pipe. And he's like, cool. Pulls out the opium, proceeds to explain how he dropped it on the dance floor and had like it was on one of the tents, so like there was a bunch of sand on the dance floor. It was like a tent set up in sand, and so he's like he had to dig through the sand to find the opium, but like it's cool. It might just have a little sand on it. I'm like, all right, man. Okay, let's smoke a bowl. As we smoke this bowl, this man explains his version of life. Man, it's just nuts. Like, you know, like, life is just rooms. You know, like, we're just all in a bunch of rooms. Like, I'm in a room by myself right now, but, like, I'm in a bigger room with y'all. And we're in a bigger room with everybody here at Bonnaroo. But then if you think about it like that, then, like, everybody on Earth is inside of a big room. You know, and I'm going to leave this room and I'm going to go into another room, but I'll still be in my room. And like, dude, this guy went on about rooms. And then like, how everybody belongs in a room for like a good like 15, 20 minutes. And we all just had to like sit there. We all smoked this bowl very like, yep. Totally, man. No, I just never even thought about it, but yeah. It was just rooms. There's doors to other rooms, and then sometimes a hallway. No, there's no hallways. There's just rooms inside of rooms.
Have you ever done that to someone and then realized after the fact that you did it? I woke up one morning after doing mushrooms all night, and I remember distinctly having a conversation with this guy that we could start feeding, stray cats to homeless people. And then turn homeless people into dog food for dogs or something like that. And in my mind on mushrooms, it made perfect sense to solve like 70 million problems at once.
Oh, yeah.
And then, like, my buddy's like, so do you remember trying to convince me that we should feed homeless people to dogs after we feed cats to homeless people? I was like, must have been my version of a turducken.
I was tripping really, really heavily on 5-MeO-DIPT. We've talked about this before. Chemical research drugs were my high school days. And I approach my friend who is sitting in front of a sheet of paper which has about a paragraph of text written, but each line scribbled out. What are you doing, man? I figured out the meaning and like reason for life, but I just can't put it into words. I was like, just keep trying.
I've had days like
I eventually walked over to him again, and I was just like, you know what? Let's just talk about it in the morning. He's like, no, but I won't have it. I'm like, yeah, but if it's not good in the morning, is it good? Great. Like I eventually like talked him out of it, but I love those moments, like it's a weirdness your brain will like go into.
And it's sad. The only moments I have like that were the ones where I was dealing with people from the law enforcement side of it.
Right.
Had a guy come up to me in uniform. I'm in uniform. You can look at me and say, I am a cop. He's like, oh, thank God I made it, man. I thought for sure the cops were going to catch me, and I'm so fucking wasted right now.
Oh, those happen though. Like, here's one.
I'm a cop.
And I can never do this story proper justice on how it happened. But I watched this kid walk by. He's like schizophrenically like talking to himself. He's like going from one conversation to another. Some of them where he's like talking to himself and replying back, and then dead seriously just stops, looks up like there's two people standing in front of him, and he's making eye contact with them, but there's nobody there, and he just goes, Mom, Dad, and then he just goes right back into what he was talking about, like schizophrenic, and just keeps on walking. And then like when he's almost out of voice distance, I hear him just scream, I love LSD! I was like, that dude is having it. And I've never been there. But I think it's more of like a... I don't know, I try to stay in control way too much. I don't want to use the term too much. I think a lot of people don't try to stay in control enough. And allowing your mind just to slip away like that, to literally like lose it. The only drug that I do have to say, 2CI, I used to call like going insane when I would talk to people like, hey, you want to go insane this weekend? I was always talking about 2CI. That drug literally, like, in the funnest way ever. If you ever looked at someone in a mental ward and you're like, that's the type of crazy I want to be, that's what you are. You're like just so giddy and just like you just want to finger paint type stuff, you know?
So you're retarded happy.
Yeah, but you have you have the fuck it's. Like I would explain to people, like, if you walked in and were like, dude, I was just fucking your mom. She didn't want it, but I was fucking her and I kind of murdered her. I would have to like politely just be like, dude, just sit down, smoke this weed with me, just like chill out. Like it probably would not affect me. It like would send you to that psychotic mode of like the fuck it's. My girlfriend at the time, always when we would take anything, she would like tend to like throw up when it would kick in. Just kind of she would get a weird stomach, and so she felt it kicking in. She goes to the bathroom just to kind of like politely wait. I'm sitting there just playing like solitaire. This is the first time we ever did it, and I'm playing like solitaire on the computer, and it's getting to the point where I'm just like, whoo. There's a lot going on, you know, like in solitaire. That's a fucking lot. I gotta move the mouse and shit. And then I'm like coming together and I'm like taking in what's going on. Okay, I'm in my girlfriend's room. She's in the bathroom throwing up, and I'm like, babe, if you do start getting sick and like you need help, I think I would have to like ask you to just like call someone else. And that girlfriend was not the type to like ever take that statement politely. That's normally like an argument of like, what the fuck you mean, you know? She replies with, I totally understand. And so I eventually just walk in the bathroom, like, what are you doing? She's like, nothing. She never threw up. She never got sick. She was just sitting there just fucked up. And so like I walked out of there and like eventually I'm putting it all together like how fucked up I am, and I'm like smiling happy like how fucked up I am, but I can't explain, like I'm not seeing shit. I'm not like visually tripping balls, but I'm just like fucked up. My brain's not working right. I know it's not working right. Like maybe I just did a bunch of nitrous.
That's what mushrooms do to me.
I need to call somebody. I need to call somebody, and I'm like digging through my phone. I'm like, oh shit, that's a lot. And I finally, like, luckily I was calling Adam. It was like the first name in my phone book. It was easy to find. I got it. It's ringing. As it's ringing, I'm next to my ear. I'm like, what the fuck do I do with this? Like I know someone's going to answer. I know that's going to happen. But what happens after that? And so like he didn't even answer. It goes to his voicemail. And I'm like, oh shit.
He's telling his story with his phone to his ear,
so y'all could see it.
Yeah, that's awesome.
But yeah, like it eventually gets to his voicemail. It beeps, and I know the voicemail. I wish I just had it saved for my sake. But I know the voicemail had to be something like, I'm so fucked up right now. Like, no, I just want you to know, like, I can't even explain it. No, I'm just fucked up. Like, and you should come over. Because I've never even, not once. Like, I'm so fucked up. Like, you should come over and understand what the fuck I'm talking about. Like, holy shit, like, oh man, did you know what to do with phones? You know?
Have you ever done peyote?
Imagine, yeah.
I've never done peyote.
That's how broken my mind was when I did peyote.
I was so excited that my brain wasn't working. I was excited that I didn't know how to say the word phone, you know? Like,
I love it.
It was
you ever done
so
peyote,
good.
No.
You?
No. I've been by the peyote fields, but I never got a chance to smoke it.
Oh man, I did it in a sweat lodge in New Mexico. That was a wild ass weekend.
Went to a sweat lodge
in New Mexico.
I feel like I've lived a very
I think I
short
could probably
life.
lose it a little bit. Man, I think I just kind of rushed into it. Like, I was homeschooled. I was homeschooled for the most part. What is the second year of high school was my first full year of school, and my New Year's Eve, Christmas Eve, my junior year was the first time I ever smoked weed. by senior year, I convinced myself that I'm going to start doing chemical research drugs, but fuck LSD, that shit's bad for you. That was the logic I had. I did that quite a bit that year. The day I graduated, I took ecstasy for the first time. I took ecstasy on a weekly basis for that entire year. And by New Year's, I made a resolution to not do ecstasy anymore. Since then, I've done it maybe like 5 times. I also did meth for the first time the day I graduated high school. Since then, I've done it maybe like 3 times. Still kept up the chemical research drugs for a good like 4 years after that. But right after high school, I decided to introduce the LSD and the mushrooms.
Oh, so fun.
And then I found out, like, I still didn't like LSD when I tried it. I thought it was bunk. I was like, man, these chemical research drugs are what's up. And then I had 2CI, and that changed my life. I was like, that's what's up. Then I started going to Bonnaroo, and I found out that if you mix LSD and mushrooms, they play in your mind. Like, they are best friends. They get along, and like they let you know that they're having a good time. They're like, why didn't you say that you knew mushrooms? You knew LSD. Why we could all be And so when I started going to Bonnaroo, it was just straight up every year do more and more. Not purposely, but once I got there, I was like, I'm going to do more than I did last year. But yeah, I got up to like doing a quarter of mushrooms and like 8 hits of liquid LSD, and I think that was probably like the borderline max. That was the line of me, like, just not being able to comprehend stuff. Like, we were walking up to a line to stand in, and I was just like, why are we doing this? Like, what? And then I would just see like I was a security guard at Bonnaroo. That's why I'm there. And I see a security guard. I'm like, we shouldn't be here. Should be here. Like, I'm getting paranoid and shit. People are like, dude, calm down. Like, you know these people. I'm like, yeah, but
yeah.
No, let's keep moving.
Oh, I've done so much acid. So much acid. I've probably only done mushrooms maybe 10 times, and I've loved every time I've done it. I don't seem to have as much access to it. But in high school, man, our buddy was banging this chick, and her brother was a chemist. So we were getting $10 vials and $10 books. And that's like just so much acid. And basically, I'd take like 2 10 strips, and then this was when you had to go to map points to get to a rave. Mm-hmm. Like, you'd start at like 4 o'clock in the afternoon and get the first map point, and then by the time you figured out where the rave was, you're like in Boulder at 10 o'clock at night, and the rave's in the Springs at 11:30. And so we're tripping balls the whole time. We get to this rave and spend like the first 3 hours of the rave just out in the parking lot selling acid or whatever. And then once we're too fucked up to any longer make business transactions, all the money gets locked in the car, and then the rest of the night's a free-for-all.
Yeah, see,
Whatever
that's
drugs you didn't sell,
my problem.
You gave away and or did.
As soon as I start tripping, money does not make sense to me. I've done maybe like 2 financial interactions tripping balls. I know for a fact one of them being I went to see Beowulf in 3D and tripping way too heavy. First of all, I like even postponed the first viewing that we were going to go see. I'm like, no, tripping too hard. Yeah. And then we finally decided to go. Like, I walk up and I'm like, I got this. And the dude tells me how much money it is. I open up my wallet and I'm just like, fuck. I don't even know how to count that. Like, I literally just grabbed the biggest bill in there. And I was like, I hope I did that right. He gave me that change. I was like, like, I wanted to cry. Like, why did you do that? You should have just kept it and been like, thank you. And then he stops me from walking away, and he's like, your 3D glasses. I'm like, my pulse is racing right now. I'm like, Jesus, dude. Do you know I'm tripping?
We used to buy a lot of drugs on acid,
we
so we got used to like functioning on drugs like that.
I guess so.
We'd go to Boulder and get shrooms, and then we'd want to buy weed before we left.
I used to drink on the job and wonder if the people I was dealing with.
We should wrap it up, you guys. It's past 11 o'clock.
Oh, my bad.
We just been talking about drugs for a minute.
It's 1-1 radio. It's a thing.
I hope today was entertaining. We got on a babble groove. That's cool. I don't know if people like to listen to people babble, but I think
thought
I
you
had
had
fun.
hot topics. Great stories, broke down the high times for them.
Yeah, we did.
It was a lot of information.
We went through a lot. Burning Man, you guys. We learned things. We changed. Puff's he's gonna go black now.
That's the theory.
But it's gonna change again next week. I'm just saying, like we make life choices. I'm use your words.
We're gonna blacken him up. He's coming in. We're gonna see him on Monday working with Blunt Radio. We're gonna cut him down.
Hell yeah.
Shoe polish. I'm waiting for the day that Puff comes in blackface. It's like, oh my god.
I just wasn't dark enough, guys. That's why. I was one of them light-skinned brothers, and they didn't like that.
You didn't have to put big white lips on, man. Like I'm offended. I don't even think Puff could pull it off.
No. I'd try though.
You would. Yeah. But yeah, thanks for listening to Use Your Words, Homeblowing Radio. Do we need to plug anything really quickly?
No.
Because I'm not working anymore.
If you're in the Denver metro area, I may or may not be telling jokes at iBake on Friday.
Cool. Other than that, do your thing. See us again. Same bat time, same bat channel. And as always, keep it glitched.
Bye.
This is a nightmare.
Yeah. It's 40. I'm up. Could stop. 2 hits of that good loud and I can't hear what you saying. Now I'm up in them cuss clouds. Think I lost my brain and my over they too crowd. Cause we all get paid. I'm smoking too loud. We don't turn down what you saying. 2 hits of that good loud and I can't hear what you saying. Now I'm up in them cuss clouds. Think I lost my brain and my over they too crowd. Cause we all get paid. Smoking too loud. We don't turn down what you saying. We don't turn down what you saying. I'm on so much louder, we playing. I'm on Dodo now, yeah, we baking. Just sit more in town, we waiting. This ain't no Jamaican. That medical, keep my eyes low. Got hella homies who make it. I can teach you niggas about hydro. I take a bold hit, cause that paper shit might fuck up the taste it is. Wait, fuck that, we ain't saving shit. Few packs of Dutch is my favorite shit. Finna roll it up, take a hit. This here is that trap shit. Slow niggas making money do a backflip. And I'm laying on the paper like a mad trash. Taking 2 hits of that good loud and I can't hear what you saying. Now I'm up in them cuss clouds. Think I lost my brain and my over they too crowd. Cause we all get paid. I'm smoking too loud. We don't turn down what you saying. 2 hits of that good loud and I can't hear what you saying. Now I'm up in them cuss clouds. Think I lost my brain and my over they too proud. Cause we all get paid. I'm smoking too loud. We don't turn down what you saying. I can't hear what you saying. If you ain't talking about money, my young niggas get sprayed. You play around with my money, my footies don't say shit. We pull strings on you dummies, straight headshots to that lip. If you trippin' try and act funny, I'm with young niggas on grown shit, on Trippy Island with an actress. With Steve-O, we on catfish. He a wild boy, we smash man. It's RC, do the math. Folks remember Lil 40 when I never had shit. Hell nah, that's because I keep a bag, bitch. My nigga gutter on the way with the stack. Hey, some 2 hits of that good loud and I can't hear what you saying. Now I'm up in them cuss clouds. Think I lost my brain and my over they too proud. Cause we all get paid. I get paid. Smoking too loud, we don't turn down. We don't stand. 2 hits of that good loud and I can't hear what you saying. Now I'm up in them cuss clouds. Think I lost my brain and my over they too proud. Cause we all get paid. I get paid. Smoking too loud, we don't turn
This is an MF2 Get Cake exclusive.
Learned the game on the block where we came from. Just know we make a killing with that A1. The ones with the bread, never trying to break none. It take a long time to scrape all the cake crumbs. We was young, not innocent, we did it all. Never mention it, it's against the law. If you don't like that, then you can't imagine. The girl chose me, we gon' make it happen. Let's jubilate tonight, I'll be there at 9. Type of ass, start a fight, and her cash right. Feel like the fast life, we doing legal books. Smile for 'em, show 'em how Desert Eagle look. Classic nigga need a classy chick. Every hustler, my clique got a bankroll. Still on the block till it had to flip. Never slip with it, you know how the game goes. Stepping out there, when it goes up, when it goes all out, when it comes down. Shutting on them every chance we get. Take a chance, get rich. Sitting out there, when it goes up, when it goes all out, when it comes down. Stunning on them every chance we get. Take a chance, get rich. If I don't take it, then the next nigga will. So I'm on that discipline, that me never missing it. And it's a good life, take it with the bad half. We don't care the more lives, we just wanna count cash. Spaceship clean, still became kings. Wild in my childhood life, every night seemed it could be the last one. That's why I stashed one. Stack chips, told the girl it was thug shit. She ain't even trip. She on the team like we gon' see the thing flip, take a long flight. Back in November, met her when they get a queen. She ain't on the scene and she on the better things. We toasting up the whole time. Haters hate to fall back, it's a long line. Jubilate, that's the movement. That's when you're making self-improvement. Smelling like money, mommy, new shit. Sitting out there, when it goes up, when it goes all out, when it comes down. Shut on them every chance we get. Take a chance, get rich. Sitting out there, when it goes up, when it goes all out, when it comes down. Stunning on them every chance we get. Take a chance, get rich.
Tuned in. This is an MF2 Get Cake exclusive.
Two people about to stay in love is one, they say. But all has changed with time.
Dirty projects, big dreams in the wide eyes. Some are cash checks, some grind, ducking lifeline. Hoping for that right time, gamble on the third floor. Shots in the building. Ain't nobody heard, no. Baby crying out, nobody coming to the answer. Mama gotta live, cause she dying from the cancer. We just wanna shine, ain't nobody ever cared much. Been about that life, so don't nothing scare us. Never die empty-handed, rather ride out. Hold your nuts where you stand, ain't no time out. Only play the game to win, pimp the system. Know them kids hard head, but they listening. And it's a high life, money make you feel good. Nighttime, got my jewelry on real hood. That's the story of the love at this address. Got bank accounts, but the money in the mattress.